T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
LadyChann! Fight!
Can you hear me now? I was talking. I was doing a big long soliloquy. I said, hello, everybody. I hope everybody is good. Everybody is fine and dandy. I said, estoy muy contenta. Espero que eres muy bien también. Todo mi gente. See? That's what I was rabbiting on. Because, you know, I say, wagwan, my people them. So, you know, patois. En español también. En inglés, you know. Hablo español. Pero depende en el día porque mi español a veces muy bueno. A veces muy malo. Depende en el día. Sí, ya tú sabes. Yeah. So, we are here in the building. Oh, I haven't got lip gloss on. I thought something is missing. Something. I was all caught up watching Mal's show, laughing. I think the only reason now I think I never have to go to Alabama is because I want to go and find Uncle Charles. He's fucking hilarious. He reminds me of, I know they're from different places. Bernie Mac was from Chicago, but he reminds me of Bernie Mac. He could do some stand-up comedy straight like that. I look very does my camera look clear to you guys? Does the visuals look clear? Okay, who we got? Yeah, I know. Sorry, I know. I was talking and nobody could hear me. Fuck, because I had my mic off. Yes, you hear me, Lisa Bales, my sister in the building. The 6 o'clock Phantoms. I'm glad to see you becoming a nice old regular 6 o'clock Phantoms. Welcome to the crazy train of LadyChann. It's blurry. Wonder if that's my internet. Yeah, because it looks blurry here for me as well. Hang on. Un momento. That's strange. Oh, I know why. I know. Okay. No, but what we want. That's what we want. The car ain't got no roof. The car ain't got no roof. All right, let me see how it is on the TV. Because I got the Mac here. And I'm going to put up what we are. You know, we had the great weekend of boxing. Boxeo was in the building. Hang on, bear with the iron eye, guys. I was faded. I was licking back Remy shots like nothing. I had Guinness. Yeah. I was litty again. Yo, I was litty again. All of my people were litty again. Litty again. Yo, we're litty again. I know. It's crazy. I was. Shani was litty. Hang on. Where am I? One sec, guys. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Oh, here I am. Am I still blurry? All of my people were litty again. Yo, we're litty again. Litty again. Yo, we're litty again. Okay. I reloaded. I don't know why I'm blurry, honestly. If I am, but we're gonna, let me just get the banner up. Then we're gonna, do what we do. So, I know you got a LadyChann today. I'm not litty, but it's just I don't know, mate. Just in a good mood at 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. here. You know me. Crazy does what crazy do. Does ERROL SPENCE beat Terence Crawford? We are going to debate Crawford. And we're going to talk about, I hate when this beat Terence. And we are also going to talk about, obviously, CONOR BENN. CONOR BENN is in the building. Let's see if I can get CONOR BENN on the show. As a advocate for CONOR BENN, I do like CONOR BENN a lot. A lot of people don't like his personality. But I do. I kind of get it. I kind of get him. As a kid, he's been to like different countries and places. He speaks Spanish fluently as well. We got some things in common, even though he's a young'un. But we've got things in common. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about BAUMGARDNER. She was in the building. BAUMGARDNER. Okay. The weekly wrap-up show. I hope you guys have had a lovely day. It's the start of the week. And let's have a good positive week. We start as we mean to go on. Okay, that is there. A minute, didn't it? It was a bit of a long one, wasn't it? Okay, show. Let go. Okay, I'm introducing. Introducing. Kenny, what up, though? Why can't I hear ya? I can't hear ya. Can you hear Kenny, guys? We've had loads. Can you hear Kenny? Oh, yeah, he's gone out and dropped back in. I couldn't hear him at all. You can hear me. I can hear him. Yeah, I've changed the StreamYard res to the highest. I don't know what it is. Am I still blurry? I think it's my Am I still blurry? Tell me you're not. Kenny?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Am I
You know,
blurry?
you were
Let me
blurry,
look.
but you're not now. You know what's
I'm not
happened, right?
now. Yeah.
I put my mic on. I plugged it in, but guess what?
Yeah.
I forgot
Didn't
to turn
turn
it
it
on.
on. Like me.
Yeah,
And you was like in the private chat, we can't hear you. And I was like, yeah,
yeah.
I didn't switch the switch on.
I was about to say we got a massive week ahead of us
Yeah, we
in
have.
terms of this week. I don't need to mention it or promote it, but we've had a massive weekend as well.
Yeah.
Both here, in Coventry, in Manchester, and also in Arlington and Texas as well. I think that's the main part of your show, events in Arlington, Texas.
Well, let's get to it. Let's start with the UK card, because that's where we're from and we love it. We are proud Brits, so and I love that we keep the sport of boxing quite alive. If I don't say so myself, So I'm always down to first and foremost chop it up about. Oh yeah, I was out of focus, not anymore, because I can see on that laptop and on my phone, I'm no longer, and on my TV, I am no longer out of focus. I could, one sec. You've just got loads of different things. I think I could have a little more of a glow. That's it. Right. So,
LadyChann, sorry to cut in. Just want to say
all right.
my condolences to the family of Ali Tazim, 18-year-old prospect.
What happened?
Dubbed the next Amir Khan, 18 years
What
old.
happened?
He died in a car crash this weekend.
Oh,
Only 18,
no.
up and coming boxer. Dubbed the new
Nassim Hamed.
The new Amir Khan. Only 18, lost his life in a car crash. So I just want to pay my condolences to his family, his trainers. Because it's like it's a massive shock when I heard it the weekend. Like I said, young life, crash near Birmingham, Wolverhampton boxer. And condolences to everyone.
Did they all die in the? Did they all die in the accident? Whoever was in the car?
We only know about the poor lad. Because I think, as usual, because he's a big name, they mention the lad.
Rest in peace to him, man. Hate saying rest in peace.
Ali Tazim.
Ali Tazim, rest in peace. And I hate saying rest in peace to sometimes people that have passed away. You know why? Because I know that they didn't want to die. So for me to say, yeah, just rest in peace and be all right. It's kind of like a double-edged sword.
People mean well, and they use generic terms, but not realising that when you use generic terms like that, you go and live your life, and you go and smile the next day. But the people who are left behind, it's not rest in peace, and they've gone to a better place. It doesn't work like that for them, does it?
No, it don't. It does. I hope they have gone to a better place, but I know that their friends and family would love them to be in this place for a little bit longer.
18 years old.
He's a baby.
Sad times.
God, that's just hurt my heart. I'm not gonna lie.
I got a daughter about that age.
I've got a daughter older than that age. Out of the three, so that's really hurt my heart. Yeah, very, very sad indeed. Wow. Woo. Yeah, that one got to little old me. Yeah, very sad. Anyway, sorry. All right. We are going to move on with we're going to move on with the Sky card. Let's go. So Sky, we had, all right. So I didn't watch the complete Sky card. I started to watch it because I did a watch along. So I did the Ben Van Heerden watch along, and I started watching from bits of the other cats like Chris Billiam, and all of that. But I
no,
really was
you alternated between like Manchester and Coventry. Then, like we all did. Every boxing fan in the United Kingdom alternated between watching Sky on the TV and watching boxer watching Boxer Sky on the TV and watching DAZN on the laptop. We all did that, you know. And I think we just have to get used to doing that quite a lot with because DAZN have got loads of dates booked, you know, in this calendar. Next calendar month, and for the foreseeable future. So Eddie Hearn's not going to worry or waste time worrying about what Sky and BT Sport put on their calendar. So,
why should he? He's just got to plod on and do what he's doing. What was your? So did you see the? Okay, so where did I kind of start from, guys? I think I started to watch it really from Baumgardner. I was disappointed. I was disappointed. I was disappointed for the fact that I've got spoiled seeing KO people from Terry Harper, and I expected it again.
I think we all expect that, and I think one of the reasons why she did get signed in the first place because of how the spectacular knockout of Terry Harper. But as we say, boxing's not always like that. You could go looking for that knockout, and sometimes you can forget your skills. Sometimes, when you are throwing those big shots, your opponent sucks it up. They get used to your power. They know what's coming. They know what's going to come in, and they sort of like, defend themselves or get their feet right so they can avoid that or absorb it. So you have to find other ways to win a fight, and use the quick mastery of your skills. And I think that's one of the things that we are going to get with a lot of these fighters that Eddie has signed is that, they make a good first impression. Eddie signs them. Obviously, when she at the weigh-in, she did her very best Ebony Bridges impression when she was on the weigh-in.
Yeah, didn't she? She came in a nice
swimsuit. In fact, her hair was the same kind of style of yours.
It was. It was all that. She came in glam. Yeah,
she's
that's
very,
true.
very glamorous. But you know what's happened, right? Is that you have to get your wins out there. There's many a time where moving forward, we look at Carissa Shields. One of my biggest criticisms of her is not the fact she doesn't knock people out; it's that she tries so hard to do it.
Yeah, she just doesn't try.
She doesn't try hard enough, but just get your wins in. You don't, when don't fight, your future opponents. I.e., obviously Baumgardner is obviously looking at Michaela Meyer, who was incidentally was in Coventry as opposed to being in Manchester. So I'm sure Michaela Meyer would have looked at that and she wouldn't have learned anything. But she don't think she would have taken much from the Baumgardner fight, other than the fact that Baumgardner did what she had to do, win, and that's obviously that. I'm sure Baumgardner will raise their levels when eventually, because boxing always wins, when she gets to fight Michaela Meyer, because the public are going to want that. Women's boxing is on the up, but it's only going to be up providing we these fights are made. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But did you think her performance was impressive? I thought she kind of was more lackluster. I saw her say to her team, I'm hitting her with everything I've got, and basically, because the girl that she was in with, I forget. Oh yeah, Lucas Matisse's, which I wasn't not aware of until actually Shelton told me. Lucas Matisse's sister, she's mad durable. She's tough. I mean, I always knew, like, Baumgardner beat her every single of those 10 rounds. But I mean,
100% she did.
I just didn't think I thought it was a bit lackluster. I mean, her boxing skills, her form, her physique, amazing. How she picks shots, amazing. But I just didn't think she, like, turned on the gas. I just thought it was, she could have gave us more.
I think, what it is when you get into these sort of situations where, everyone wants a show. Sometimes, fighters don't many fighters, you know, like Matisse, they don't come to get knocked out. They come to, you know, see if they can win. If they can't win, they just come to survive and make it difficult. And they're wily. They know what's going to happen. They know that the fighter's there to take their head off, so they're going to make themselves difficult.
Right.
To beat.
Right.
And I think that, and rough them up, get in their faces, maybe throw a few punches, try and nick a few rounds. This was all about, you know, making sure for Baumgardner, obviously, the most important thing is that she doesn't lose. She keeps winning. That way, the moment she keeps winning, she builds up potential fights. Who knows? A rematch with Terry Harper or the big one with Michaela Meyer, which everyone's talking about. Obviously, you know, I know Michaela Meyer had Terry Harper in mind, and I'm sure maybe in terms of like boxing casuals in the United States in this country, it'll probably make more financial sense for her to fight Terry Harper. But the cab of the rank in terms of boxing circles is Michaela Baumgardner. She's the one who won her fight and won it quite convincingly. Right. And, you know, she's the person to beat in this division.
Yeah, she's the girl right now. She's the girl. Like, Eddie made a good investment there. So that was a decent fight, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. I enjoyed watching her. I'll maybe try and reach out to her. It'd be nice to get her on the show as well to explain maybe what she thought about that fight. Let me write her name down, actually.
Alicia Baumgardner.
Baumgardner. Am I saying, what does she agree with, like, what I've said? Because maybe she might come on and say, yeah, I could have stepped it up a little bit, or I'd like to see her view on it. So yeah, maybe reach out to her and get her on for sure. Hopefully that would be nice. That'd be nice. All you lads would love that, eh? Yeah, I bet you would.
Well, so, you know, as we say now, you know, boxer and you know, the zone. You know, they're versifying their in all angles. You know, in terms of presenters, obviously. I don't know with the zone if the Maya Jammer experiment is still continuing, because I don't know.
That's finished. I think that because she got. And I know Maya, and shouts out to Maya. I've known Maya for a very long time, since she moved from Bristol to London, came on the UK kind of like grime scene, and got her played on. She played on Rinse FM. Then she went over to BBC One Extra. She was always doing her modelling. She always was climbing up the ranks of being a TV presenter, and she just busts, and like she's everywhere, and she got a lot of stick. I get it, because like a lot of people were hitting me up going, oh, but there's chicks like you, Shan, that absolutely love boxing and know boxing. Why aren't you employed like for a time at DAZN and that? And I get the point, because I think they wanted, you know, it's good to have eye candy, but you can have eye candy that also knows about boxing. So when you're there with Tony Bellew, if I'm there with Tony Bellew and whoever, I wouldn't feel out of place, because I could join in the conversations, because I know what they're talking about. I think Maya Jammeh registered that she didn't really know what was going on, and no disrespect to her, just she liked boxing, but she just wasn't like really
she's not a sports person. She likes sport, but she's not a sports person with sports knowledge. We get a more kind of professional setup with Laura Woods, who diversifies from a lot of sport.
Laura Woods. Yeah, I like Laura Woods.
She's done she's done her dots over the years, and obviously she does football, which is I take it as her first love. But you know, over on Sky, we do have you know, with the exception when Anna Warhouse is who obviously is a very sporty girl, but she loves her boxing as well. She
came in though as a netball
sports news, like all Echelon, but
she got like Adam Smith like brought her along and said, like, we're gonna put you in this position. So shouts out to her. She got brought into that position. I'm not sure. I think as she goes along, is she learning about more boxing? Like,
well, I think at the time she's been thrown in the deep end, and you know she has earned her spurs, because she has been doing this for a good 4 or 5 years. But today, on Saturday, I mean, get me words out. We had was it Vicky Hope? She was on Boxer.
Yeah,
she's
yeah. I'm not sure.
So
Well, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
again, it's all about diversification, but we're not just talking about diversifying. Obviously, with women boxing as well, there's a lot of obviously women. I think the thing with women's boxing is that women want to watch women boxers as well as the male things. Like in football, it's a hard. In football, 9 out of 10 women football fans don't watch women's football. They watch the men's football because what's happening is that they come from generations of mums and dads who've invested in the local football team, and there wasn't a women's team to invest in. So they've always, in terms of like the crowds, always gone to go and watch Chelsea men, Arsenal men, Man United men. They're not going to go and watch the women. So it's the fact that they're trying to build it up and take it as families, but at the end of the day, the quality of the football isn't the greatest. Plus,
I know.
Marketable. But if you look at cricket, women's cricket is marketable. Women's boxing is getting to that way. Although, because there's very few fighters, you can have 3 or 4 fights and you can fight for a belt. Because
you could be fucking undisputed by the time it's like your 12th fight.
Yeah.
Because that's what Baumgardner's going for, undisputed. So I get you. It's like it's not really doesn't have that much depth to it at the minute. Women's boxing.
The minute, no, because
but I hope it grows.
Well, it depends on it depends. I think what's happened is that we're trying to force. In terms of building the careers of our fighters, our women fighters, we're putting them into world championships because what's happened is that promoters want the big fights. They want them now because we think with male boxing, they haven't got the confidence that they'll have in the male boxer where they can build him up, to British level, European level, and then world. In women's boxing, I don't
even area champ.
I just world champion. I don't see like a British title, although in the amateurs they do get built up properly.
Yeah,
and they get built up, just like their male counterparts.
Yeah. It's different. I guess it's just different. I don't know if women. Yeah, I don't know if women go through the same protocol as the men and such. Yeah, they're starting to now. Olympians and that. But you've got like the men do like Southern Area champ or whatever, and then they go English, British, Commonwealth, European, world. It's a bit different with the women. Sometimes they just come from Amis and they just go to like world. Like they get to the world contendership like really quick.
Well,
who's the women's European champ?
I couldn't tell you.
At lightweight.
I won't be able to tell you because it's not a case in promoting. But one thing about women's boxing, really and truly, one thing I do agree with a lot of the ladies, get them at the 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
I can understand it from a safety protocol, but 3-minute rounds, there's a lot of fights where
get it to 3 minutes where they're starting to tuck them in and then the bell stops.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get them. I'm gonna
let everyone in one sec.
But don't do it like the tennis, where you're aiming best. Like the men's, you have the best of 5. Let the women have the best of 5 in tennis. Let the men, let the women have the, have the 3 rounds. Like in football, they still play 90 minutes.
Yeah, they still play 90 minutes for women. Yeah,
all right.
So you got to do it.
Yeah, and they still play on big pitches. So let's have some sort of diversity and equality, and just say, 3-minute rounds. I think if you get 3-minute round, that will increase the quality of the fighters and make them into better fighters. And most importantly, it'll get more crowds in.
Get more crowds in that we can see. Instead of fucking watching 20 minutes, we like to watch like 36 minutes. This is what I was going to ask you. So you're going to feed. Can I meet you outside for a bit to get you on camera to get some sound bites for on the fight on Saturday?
What time we're getting there, innit? Because we're going to get. I'd love to. Yeah,
get there. I'll meet you.
Well, I have to tell you what time, but in terms of meeting us before the fight, that's a given, isn't it? I'd love to do that.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna go out.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you when we're on our way in before we go in. So I'm going to give you definite warning.
Yeah, but it's got to be in time that I can be able to go home and watch it on my telly.
No. Me and my wife, right? We're tragics. We're boxing tragics in a way, but what we call boxing tragics is that we want to get there early because as far as we're concerned, we paid and it's all that matters.
Money.
Yeah, it's paid money. So if the doors open at 6 or 7 o'clock, obviously we want to try and get there by that time. I mean,
get there at 6 because I'm going to be there about 6 as well. I'm going to be there about probably about between 5:30 and 6 and chop it up and grab some people. So like I'll send you my number over the thing. You have my number and whatever, and then just shout me and be like, do you know what I mean? So it's easy like that. Yeah. And also another thing is I want to come with you to an Arsenal game.
No, you can't. You're Chelsea. Chelsea.
No, don't say that, Kenny. Don't.
Oh,
I'm not even a Chelsea supporter. Like how I avidly was. I just don't mind watching football.
I know, but the thing is, it's an hard sell, isn't it?
I'm not going to go there and go.
Are you going to go if we lose?
If you win, I'm willing you lot on. If you lot lose, I'm going to be like, oh no. I'll be totally neutral. If I'm going with you, I'm going as an Arsenal fan.
No, but I know.
Come to watch the football
the boxing one and the Arsenal ones all can be arranged without a shadow of doubt. One thing I can guarantee is that you come foot with me, it'll be the best time of your life.
It's about the experience. This is what I'm saying because nobody's really going to any Chelsea matches and that. It will just be a good experience to. I always used to say Arsenal is like my next team that I used to like. I lived in North London and East London for a very long time. So, and a lot of people not too far that live in Northwest London, like Holston and that, load of them like support Arsenal, So
I support QPR and Chelsea.
A lot of people, if their postcode is NW, a lot of them gravitate to either Spurs or Arsenal, but usually Arsenal. And then if it's like West, a lot of them are QPR. My little brother used to play for Chelsea, like the Chelsea youth. Then he got a position at QPR. My mum said that was too far, I can't go. And he got a position also for the Arsenal, for the little leagues when pieces. Yeah. My brother, they used to call him Little Righty.
Oh, right. It's funny you just say that. I'm gonna be in the Arsenal end at Stamford Bridge this Wednesday. So I don't expect anything from Chelsea's ground this Wednesday. Probably maybe a nice meal in one of your nice little restaurants or takeaways. But in terms of 3 points, which Arsenal need, I don't see us getting them.
It might be a bit, but this is what. Yeah, you never know. And then Liverpool need 11 points or 11. Yeah, they need 11 wins or something like 11 points.
So what I was going to say to you again. So you're definitely you haven't got a ticket for the fight on Saturday. I haven't got a
ticket. I tried all shapes and manner. I tried to get a hotel even without a ticket, so I could just be based there. And as long as the hotel had the main fight, and I could come out and meet everybody and just bring my laptop and work. They were all booked up. They were all booked up, Ken. I tried to get a ticket. I tried to get a hotel and ticket package. I tried to get just a hotel or everything, nothing available. So I don't live too far from it. About half an hour away driving. So we're gonna do that myself.
So are you gonna come straight through? Do you live like near Wembley?
Northwest London. Come straight up the North Circular.
Oh, that's easy. You know what I mean? That's not too bad,
Jump on the North Circular. Yeah. So that's all I've got to do. But got to bear in mind, there's going to be loads of traffic. There's going to be 93,000 people pouring in bit by bit by bit. So it's going to be a bit mayhem. It's going to look like carnival in that square bit.
Yeah, because when we went to the Joshua fight, it was the thing is, the first Joshua fight, the first time we fought at Wembley on the Froch Groves card at Wembley, we actually somehow got a ticket. We got a ticket. We were always going to get the tickets, but somehow we found a hotel, the Hilton, which is just Wembley, so we could go when we didn't have the crowds. We saw the crowds, but we avoided them in terms of going in. Then for the Joshua Klitschko, we had a package where we had the tickets, and we thought, all right, let's stay near Hilton Wembley, all booked up. So we had to stay in Switch Cottage. So we went to Switch Cottage, which is not too far, and then we just got on the tube. You know, like from Finchley. You know, like on Finchley Road.
Yeah. So you're just going to
Swiss
come by
Cottage, Finchley
transport.
Roadside,
Yeah.
There's only about a few stops, but now it's a case of because my wife's got a blue badge. We just have to drive it. We're going to drive.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Cool. Well, it'll look. We've got everybody here that was in the building.
Everyone's here now.
Sorry, Malachi. You said, where are you? I don't know where you gone, but yeah, sorry. I had to let people on bit by bit. I did say in the beginning, give me 10 minutes and I'll let others on. Like, I know we wanted to chop up me and Kenny about the UK card first and foremost. So it's always fair. But yeah, we definitely do that then. That'll be a good plan. And then I'll hopefully be able to catch Dean as well. Dean White. Just catch whoever, just catch the audience, the ambiance. You know what I'm saying? Everybody coming through.
Is he going to be there? Sporting Icons. I bet he's not going.
I did speak to Sporting. Is Sporting coming down? I'll ask him again. I'm not sure if he's coming down.
He's the biggest Dylan White fan out there.
Yeah. Let me hit Sporting and ask him, because I did speak about. We did say that we're definitely not getting press accreditation because we didn't. Yeah. But I'm not sure. Hang on, let me hit him. Right. Let me see if he's coming down. He'll answer. He might be watching. Yo, Mark, let me know. All right. He'll get back. He'll let little old me know. Yeah, because it makes sense if he comes down. Because like you said, he's a massive Dillian White fan. Supporter, I like to say supporter, because we're not fans.
Someone else is in the building as well.
Who? What up, country? Sorry, I had it blown up, and it was just me, Kenny at first, because when Kenny's on, and then we all get on. We nobody hears Kenny speak. Because we're like, yeah. So, but yeah. So, and plus it's a UK card.
I love it.
I know. But sometimes, because we're discussing the UK card, not a lot of the Americans ain't watched it. So, it's sometimes better for me and you to chop it up and then introduce people as they come in, just give Kenny a bit of time, and Shani and Kenny. Like, we wouldn't have been able to make this plan like we just made if everybody was on. Trust me. Yeah, so I wanted to I did want to ask you that. So we're going to go to an Arsenal game, and we're meeting up on Saturday for Fury White. Are we gonna meet at a pub where you can have a quick drink, and then before you go in? And then
no, I mean, the missus, isn't it? She's gonna want to go straight in, isn't it?
What, your missus want to go in the pub?
Not the pub, straight into the stadium.
Yeah, but why do you want to come into the pub first? One drink, then in. One drink, then in.
No, she's driving, isn't it?
I'm such a geezer bird.
I don't drive. She drives, isn't it?
So she's driving. Right. Yeah, no, she won't be doing no pub. Hi, Mal. Hi, AJ. Hi, Bold. What up, Del? Hi. What's happening? Bold? Bold's been here for a minute. Bold's always lovely. He always stays so quiet. Bold, are you there?
What's good? How y'all doing?
What's good? Tell me, what's happening, man, in the building? Everybody's here. New country. Shelton Moore, Dr. Paul Evans, Lisa Bales in the building. Tell me, what did we're going to get to the American stuff. I just want to, Nathan Ford, what up, Dow? Yeah, Nate. Wait. Nate was there. Nate UG. Yo, big up LadyChann in the chat. Yo, Shan, me and you was cooking them Americans in the Portaway Live, innit? We was cooking their class. Yeah, man. We was on. So let me just quickly say, Sean Porter did the Portaway Live yesterday, right? He done it live. And I jumped on and I saw Get the Smoke in the fucking chat. Can you believe it? So I was like, yo, Smoke. They tried to belittle us about, the world, Conor Benn, not being, the British not having the best welterweight. I went, but our welterweight from you. How about that? You got beaten by a British welterweight. This just made no sense. So we was cooking them. We was cooking them like, don't try it and tell us, because Kelbrook cooked you. He did. It was a bit of a
that is true. Sean Porter did lose to Kelbrook.
Yeah. So I'm just like, and he was like, oh, I don't know if Conor Benn can do this and that. Bro, leave the boy alone. Leave the boy alone. He's growing. He's doing his thing. Like, and then he's the fat black friend of his that with the bad skin. He was saying, that UK fighters just really don't have it and they can't really contend and this and that. And I'm just like, dude, your boy that you're on the show with got washed by a UK fighter. You're not making any sense. So me and Nate saw me and everyone saluted me in the chat, which was quite weird because Sean Porter was looking at the chat. And Nate was like, yeah, Shad's right, XYZ. And Nate was saying XY. Yeah, we were cooking in that Porter Way chat. It was fun that they did it. Shouts out to Sean Porter. I like Sean Porter. I thought his podcast was a little boring in the beginning. It's got better. It's got better now. He gets like guests on and then he was doing some good lives over fight weekend. He did a live from the barber shop while he was getting his hair cane road, you guys call it, braided, and stuff. So yeah, it was just interesting viewership. I had fun watching the Porter Way for over the past couple of days. But yeah, but we had to cook them, didn't we, Nate? We had to. Yeah, man. That was funny. So so did you guys? So Conor Benn, let's go on to Conor Benn. Like where everybody, I think, whether you're American or from Thailand, I think everybody watched the Conor Benn fight show, Oh, okay. I think the Queen was passing through. I think she tapped in on her Wi-Fi and stopped it and paused it, and now she's off. She's off her Wi-Fi, so we're allowed to continue because that was something different. Michael Buffer, let's get ready to rumble. Thank you for joining us. Eddie wasn't happy with Elisa's performance. See, I said the same thing, and I think I said this to Lisa on my live, and she was like, but it's boxing and that's how it goes. But I was just like, yeah, but I wasn't that impressed with her performance. So good to see that the guy that signed her wasn't impressed either. So I'm kind of right. Yeah. Anyway, so Conor Benn. Let's start with Kenny first because, UK get presidents with the UK topic right now. And then we'll go to Bold, AJ, Mally Mao. So, yeah, Kenny Ken, Conor Benn, bars. What do you think of flicking out the pizza in 2 rounds?
He's very explosive, came out of traps. He just reminded me of his dad, but just more ferocious, gave the guy no time to breathe, hit him with every shot he hit him with had a lot of venom. Like I said, he set up his attacks, and the guy couldn't cope. I thought Van Herden was going to go in the first round, but the second round, it was one of those things where it was complete and utter match. It was an excellent performance. And I think that's what we've been saying a long time about Conor Benn, is that is the opponents that he's fighting not good, past their best, which I think they are, or is this guy the real deal? We're never going to know. But I think boxing fans like myself are going to say, you know what, we just need you to, get, a better test. I understand from Eddie's point of view. I know that from Conor's point of view as well. It's all about money. It's all about, selling the fight and everything. But I really think that at this stage of his career, he should really be getting bigger tests. The name that's always going to be, it's always going to be on my mind. It's going to be Avanesian because the guy owns a European title. I understand that Avanesian probably doesn't put bums in seats. I know his last fight didn't really sell out, there was a lot of empty seats in his last fight.
It
But
don't matter. I don't think that it matters. That should matter.
I think it matters. It matters to Eddie
The
because
business
to
for Eddie, yeah.
there's a reason. But one thing I would say about Avanesian is that we're not asking Conor Benn to fight at big top level. We're basically saying, right,
European.
or you get to the European level, forget about set up fights with Adrian Broner and all these guys like Danny Garcia.
Yeah, I'm not with that anymore.
Yeah, Danny Garcia, because we kind of know that when you fight shot fighters, you're going to take them out of there. What we want is for someone to say, right, let's see what you like when you take a punch. Because the last time he got a test was Pinot a few years back when Pinot put him down and eventually Conor took him out. But since the Pinot fight,
I heard about it. Yep.
Yeah, but I saw the Pinot fight. Since that Pinot fight, we haven't seen you get tested. You're at a stage right now that your career's been carefully managed, but let's see you get a test.
Strategically choreographed.
If he takes Avanesian out, he'll have my complete and utter respect. And
then we know where he is.
I'll be on board with the Conor Benn roadshow. But at the moment, as much as I love the way he fights, I think it's about time that he fights and gets a belt. Get a reputable belt. Get a European title belt. Let's take you a bit seriously, because back in the day, European title belt was a prelude to the world title.
It was creme de la creme. Yeah, it was. You're right. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think that fight where you was talking about, he was in problems. I think that scared him, and they wanted to do right. Yeah, that scared his team. So they've been strategic ever since. And they want to do right. Eddie wants to do right by his dad. But I just think it's right. The cotton wool cut has to come off now. Yeah. I'm not saying throw him to the bloody wolves. I wouldn't say. I would say, like, why wouldn't how he blitzed that geezer in 2 rounds was impressive. That geezer Van Heerden, Chris Van Heerden had a clash of heads with Boots. So, and that was in the first round, so nothing happened. And people would say, but who fought Boots? But they didn't fight. And then ERROL Spence stopped him in, I think, round 8 or 9. And that was in 2015. So Chris Van Heerden, although he looks mad old, he isn't that old. He's 34. He's the same age as Terence Crawford. So for me, I have to equate all these things, and I think it was still a very impressive win to blitz him in 2 rounds. And I knew, but Van Heerden was coming off nothing. I think he was coming off a loss. He's been inactive for like 2.5 years. Could even be a bit tad longer. And but yeah, he needs to be tested with someone that's 25, someone that's in their 20s.
Well, Avanesian is in his 30s, isn't he? Is he in his 30s, Avanesian?
Yeah, I think he's. I think he's about 32. David Avanesian.
33. He'll be 34 this year.
33. Okay, he's going to be 34 this year. So yeah, but that David Avanesian, meaning, why not fight Mickinson?
Yeah, how old is Conor Benn?
26.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's probably 90. Is it 96? Yeah, he's 26. Yeah,
He turned 26 or something. Yeah.
25 will be 26 this year. His birthday's in September. Will be 26 in September.
Okay, so he's 25. Yeah. So someone in his 20s would be good. Michael Mickinson would be a good thing. Michael Mickenson's just made his debut. I mean, he's lucky because he would have got blitzed if he fought Virgil Ortiz. He's lucky he got a replacement out of someone that had lost 1 trillion times. So he's lucky because his O was going to go. But, maybe fight him. Amir Khan, I'm not interested in Amir Khan any shape, way, or form in the sport continuing. I think Amir Khan is a great advocate for the sport, and he could do things by not being in the ring. As you can see, he got booed, which I don't agree with, because he didn't come to offer Conor Benn out. He came because he's from Manchester. The fight's in Manchester. There's a welterweight fighting, so and he's a boxer, ex-boxer, so he come to watch. Got dragged into the ring by Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Eddie needs to take accountability that he got Conor Benn booed because he got Amir Khan booed because Amir Khan was like, "No, I've just come to watch everyone like moo."
I feel like Amir needs to avoid that fight at all costs if he knows what's good for him.
He's not saying that he wanted it. So
but I don't want him to take that fight at all. So
I don't know why Eddie is
take what fight against who?
Conor Benn.
Against Ben, against Conor. Yeah. Don't get in there with that guy at all.
I mean, I think that'd be a good fight for Conor Benn. I still.
I watched up Amir Khan, the 36-year-old. We've done with old. We finished with him fighting ex-champs.
No, I'm just saying, like Conor Benn still got to build his resume up. You know, I mean,
he beat coming off the Brook loss. After Brook pretty much just destroyed him. Like it doesn't really mean much. I mean, it would be a name, yeah, but still at the same time, if he does that, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, he fought the washed up Brook. We need to see him fight somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah.
No, you want him to fight Kell Brook? I think Kell Brook beats Conor Benn.
I like the Brook fight better than Khan. It'd be more competitive, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I don't think Eddie Hearn has any confidence in Conor Benn, or else he would have put him in these type of fights already.
Well, I know he did. When it comes to Indonesia, no, because he's been keeping him away from that guy for a while now. So.
Yeah. So, Bold, what did you think? What did you think of the Sky card? Did you watch Baumgardner and going on to Conor Benn?
I'm actually, while y'all talking, I'm actually watching the fight right now.
How are you?
Huh?
Are you?
Yeah. The whole fight is on YouTube, like literally on YouTube. It's on the DAZN channel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hang on, I'm just typing in the private chat because I'm gonna someone else on as well. Just letting people know, like, please be mindful of your audio because bad audio does spoil the show and it spoils it for the listeners. So if your audio is bad, either mute in between.
Yeah. I got it on. Once I play it, I put it on mute.
No, I'm just talking about the quality of you guys' audio. Just make sure if your audio is bad, please keep it muted in between because it spoils the quality of the show. To be fair, okay. So less Bold's watching that now. Let's AJ Baumgardner and Conor. Let's just go to Conor Benn because me and Ken did to Baumgardner. So, who would you like to see him fight next before we go to Shelton? Because I was saying, do you think Ugas is too a far cry for him? I mean, we're not here to conserve the O. We're here to test, and if you lose to a good fighter, then so be it. But at least we know where everybody's at, you know.
I think that wouldn't be probably a step. I mean, Conor is he's just continuing to impress me, man.
Oh, your audio is very bad. It's like a fan. Is that your thingy? Can you not go?
It sound like you got the AC on.
Yeah, you sound like you're sitting
in a. Man. Okay.
Yeah. Shelton, go ahead, Shelton. Yeah, I can't be doing.
Kell Brook.
Yeah, Kell Brook. You think it'd be Kell Brook is a good one to go with?
See what he's got.
Kell Brook. Yeah. I mean, I don't think testing with Kell Brook makes it a test. Do you, Ken, think that makes it a test if he beats Kell Brook, like a 36-year-old? Shouts out to Kell Brook, but a guy that's basically on his last fight. Do you think that's a test, Ken? Because I don't.
Well, the thing about it is that.
Well, you may as well test a British ex-champ.
I think that's a huge test for him.
Wanted £10 million because he clearly thought that he thought, hang on it, Eddie's doing an Eddie on me, signing me up to make his poster boy look good. And now all we're hearing from Kell Brook is Chris Eubank Jr. So, Kell Brook is loyal to Sky, and all Kell Brook's interested in most. Obviously, he obviously wants the money, but I think what's happening is that he thinks with Sky, it's going to be a genuine pay-per-view fight with Chris Eubank Jr. So he wants his first share of the spoils. Plus another thing as well, I think he'll get himself out of bed more for a Chris Eubank Jr. fight than Conor Benn. As much as Conor Benn is Eddie's poster boy, Chris Eubank Jr. is a bigger name. I know people may not agree with me with that, but the Eubank has fought at world title level. You know, he's still a live fighter, and it's a genuine grudge match as opposed to what Conor Benn will be. To the extent that it's a lose for Kell, because if he gets humiliated by Conor Benn and beaten by someone with that kind of experience, psychologically, it's going to be taking him a long time to get over the humiliation. Because let's face it, they're putting him in there with Conor Benn for one reason and one reason only: to get his head kicked in, to make Conor Benn look good. Kell's better than that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You can't beat Brook. I mean, I like Conor Benn. I like what he did Saturday. But let's just be honest from a boxing perspective. Kell Brook whooped his ass. He can't beat Kell Brook.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. I agree with Shelton. I'm looking at his fight now, and I'm seeing a lot of fundamental mistakes he's making against Chris Van Heerden.
Yeah. He fought very different with Chris Van Heerden than he did with who's the geezer he crumbled? Chris Algieri. A lot of Chris's, isn't there? He fought different. He fought more technically sound in the Algieri fight comparing to this fight. This fight, he looked, because there was so much shit talk in the build-up that Van Heerden was saying. I think Conor Benn went in there and fought a bit angry. So he was looping shots and missing and stuff like that. And I think that's what you're watching and why you're saying that he didn't look like he was too on point. I think he gathered himself a little bit in the second round and hence achieved the stoppage knockout KO. But yeah, I think not just because Ugas lost, but Ugas is still all right. Kell Brook, yes, 36. Ugas 35, and an ex-champ. I think that, and would be looking for a nice little pay. I think that would be a good move for Ugas. Keep him active if he still wants to fight.
He'll smash up Conor Benn. He'll smash him up. He'll smash up Conor Benn. Ugas is.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Not the Ugas that I saw with The Ugas that I saw with we're going to get onto that though. Yeah, you'll think he'll smash up Conor Benn. Yeah.
He's got too much experience. It's experience.
Between them. Yeah, he's got experience. He has
experience. He has. And he's fought at a higher level plane than Conor at the moment. You know, I think Conor needs to get a test and then fight someone below.
About Avanesian. Say that Avanesian's not in the equation. Where does he go?
Thurman.
I still think.
Keith
I got
Thurman.
an idea.
That's too much.
I got a couple options.
Going into Keith Thurman's too much. I thought about that. Nah,
I got a couple options.
That's too much of the deep end.
Then you don't trust him there. Because I don't think he beats. I think Brook is dangerous. I think Thurman is less dangerous than Brook because I think Brook beats Thurman.
No. How can you tell Conor Benn to fight Keith Thurman, but you're not telling Keith Thurman to go and fight? That's like the equivalent. Go fight Boots Ennis then. Go fight. Why are you telling our young cat to go fight Thurman and your young cats ain't doing it?
We want him to fight Thurman. They won't fight the dude. The dude sent out 15 contracts and 15 people turned him down. So we want him to fight Thurman and Garcia. All them dudes turned him down. They don't want to fight him.
Yeah, I'm not saying Conor Benn. Yeah, I don't think Conor Benn needs to fight Thurman at this stage. It's not about trust him. It's about
sadly, Chan, I think you're giving Keith Thurman way too much credit. He looked like shit against Barrios.
I don't think he looked like shit against him, but I still think Keith Thurman is still very good.
I got a couple options. What do you guys think about?
Very good.
What do you guys think about Butayev Stanionis? One of those guys.
I didn't even watch that fight.
That was.
You didn't check it out.
Who won in the end?
That fight was shown for free on the Showtime.
Yeah, who won?
Stanionis.
Yeah,
split decision.
I predicted
He looked really good.
Somebody got feedback in the
yeah, it's shouting when he talks on the thing. That's why I has to mute in between. I thought it was I predicted Butayev, but damn, okay. I didn't even watch the fight. I'll have to what was it? A split decision, you're saying, yeah?
Yeah,
it was a split decision, but to be honest, I thought Stanionis won handily on that fight card.
Yeah, I don't know what that one judge was looking at who gave it to Butayev, because Butayev just got it. The fight was close, but Butayev just got like outworked. It's like both guys just went toe to toe the entire time. Like both didn't back up. They took each other's shots. It was kind of like an even fight.
Wow. Yeah.
It was.
But 117, 110, Stanionis was crazy. That was not no 117, 110 fight.
Wow.
To be honest, I don't even disagree with that, because Butayev wasn't utilizing all his tools. Like he's supposed to be the superior boxer. He's sitting up there trying to sit in the pocket with Stanionis. Stanionis just outworked him.
Right. I need to go. I can't comment because I didn't watch it. So I need to watch that Shizzy show. Okay. Well, what else was on that card? Because you guys know I did 2 lives that day, and I was kind of like, I had a fight party, things going on in my house, which was cool. It was just a good atmosphere. So I didn't get to see the much of the card that we're just talking about.
Well, I'll make it quick. Brandon Lee took a shit. He didn't look that good. He should have stopped that guy. Josecito Lopez. What's Josecito?
He got beat.
Yeah, Cody Crowley looked good though. Cody Crowley looked good.
I don't know why.
Cody Crowley is a dog.
I shouldn't have predicted Josecito Lopez to win, but hey, that was my bad. Yeah. Go ahead, Shell.
El Rayo was El Rayo. He got rid of Vargas in 1 round. And
I heard about that. Fuck.
And Spence, hey, you know I'm Team Bud all day. Bud is my guy. But hey, the big fish is back. He destroyed that dude.
We're going to move on to that in a minute. Just wanted to clear everything up before we get on to big fish. So basically that was the cards, and that was it. So Ken, we did the British cards. Basically, was there anybody else that we forgot to speak about on there that was worth speaking about before we move on to Spence?
Bill and Smith McCarthy. Remember the cruiserweight fight in between Bill and Smith of Bournemouth and McCarthy, born in London but now fights out of Belfast, half Jamaican, half Irish.
Billiam Smith won.
Bill and Smith's power, took him out. Could have taken him out in a couple of rounds before he fought. He took him out, but through a good combination, the right hand took out McCarthy. Again, made some.
I predicted the points going to the cards.
No,
silly.
McCarthy made some really big errors. The thing with McCarthy, he's a better boxer than Bill and Smith, but the thing with McCarthy is that he's lazy, he's slovenly, he makes mistakes. And takes rounds off. You can't do that against a big puncher like Bill and Smith.
Like Billiam Smith. I should have put it on the stop.
Defense, can you keep it honest? Tommy McCarthy has no defense. He used his face for defense.
Yes. Fights with his face. Agree with you.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've tidied that up, haven't we? Geno. Okay. So, moving along onto... Who are we moving along to? Does this might beat Spence, does he?
Listos pe los chingazos! Listos pe los chingazos!
Is he ready? Is Spence ready? Is Bud ready? So as we saw at the weekend and gone, the highlight of the PBC card was Spence v Ugas. Spence coming off I think about a 14-15 month layoff. Had eye retina surgery for a semi-detached retina. Didn't see anything that looked psychologically wrong with him or physically wrong with him. Like he didn't show that he was vulnerable in any way, shape, form. And basically, Ugas got pounded away like chopped liver, mate. And his eye got fucked up and his orbital bone got fucked up. And I always just keep saying that, I said it in my commentary that Spence isn't really known for power, but it's almost kind of like a contradiction that it's not known for power, but he's been breaking people's orbital bones, hasn't he? He broke Kell Brook's one. Now he's broke this geezer's one. And I heard, and there's reports out there, you know, nose, Ugas's nose and his rib. Because with them body shots, I wouldn't be shocked if a rib wasn't broke. And shouts out to Ugas, your Dennis Ugas, because he still wanted to stay in the fight. But dude, that fight, that ref is a punk, first and foremost. That fight should have got stopped by round 8. After the orbital bone smash, round 7, round 8, and you saw Ugas shell up, and we was like, what the fuck is he doing? Because we didn't realize he had an orbital bone damage, and fighting with that, you know, that I was just watching some, maybe I should put it on. Actually, I'm going to put it on and let you guys, before we talk about it, let's do a tutorial with CHANN. I'm going to have to get a soundbite with that because I'm going to show you something quick out of this. Stay there. Stop. Hold on. Let me just see what it, because it just came up on my YouTube thing, and I thought, muy interesante. Why has this came up? Hang on, now I've got to dig through the fucking history. Give me a minute. Yeah, so we didn't realize that Ugas was suffering, mate. He was literally suffering in there, you know, and that is why we was going, what's wrong with him? And shouts out to him, but there was just never going to be any way that he was like ever going to win. So I'm not sure why his team decided to keep him in there, and want to keep him in there, to be honest, because it's just at that point, it's kind of just like, it's just, that's a bit brutal. I'm trying to find this. Don't you guys chime in? Don't you think that's a bit brutal that they kept him in for that long? Really, now that we know what we know. Hello. You can talk.
You know what it is, right? Sometimes I think what's happening, referees always in a championship fight. Sometimes, you know, it's not just the referees, but the crowds, you know, like the, you know, Ugas's trainers as well. It's a case of, and the fighter himself, it's a case of like, you're only going to carry me out if I'm dead. I'm not leaving that ring unless I'm dead.
Right now in his shield.
And going out and shield. And I think what's happening is that as much as the, you know, the ref, you know, is tempted to, you know, think of a medical safety, it's a championship fight. It's like I said, it's a fight for, you know, like for, he's a world champion. He's fighting another world champion. You know, like I said, it's, you know, it could lead to, for Ugas, a fight, a unification fight, a fight against you know, Crawford. So he doesn't, he only wants to be coming out of there with basically, if he's half dead or dead, because he's still going to think, even though he's got an injury, he can't see, it's just going to take one right hand. Because let's not forget, he hurt him with a right hand in a 6th, to the extent that the ropes kept him Spence up. Plus, he hurt him again in the 7th. So it's a case of, you know, the fighter's mentality. One swing, one right hand. He's coming forward. You know, he's a southpaw. And you know what's happening with southpaw? The singular punch, when you fight a southpaw, is the right hand. All I need is one right hand. Straight and right. Down the pipe. Straight right down the pipe.
And his right eye was fucked.
Even though his right eye was quite. At the end of the day, southpaw is the straight right down the pipe. Pipe hole.
Yeah, and for him it's for a straight left.
So
yeah.
He's not going to let his corner.
Find it. Let Kenny finish first, and then go ahead. Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead, Ken. Ken, have you frozen? No, you frozen a little
You're not going to let. No, I'm back.
Now you're back. You're frozen. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah. No, sorry about that. All I'm saying is that, you know, when you're in a world championship fight, you're not going to let your corner take you out there and throw in the towel. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Shell.
I didn't see anything that made me change my pick. I still think Bud stops this guy, especially if he fights Crawford the way he fought Ugas, just trying to walk through everything. because it's going to be some hot shit coming right back at him, and I don't think he can stand up to that. But we have to see the fight. But yeah, Ugas, shout outs to him. Hell of a performance. He fought through pain. You know what I'm saying? He kept going. He didn't want to quit, but he didn't have enough pop to keep Errol off of him. That was his problem. I told you guys when he got signed, 31 fights, 12 knockouts. Very safe fight for Errol Spence. No pop.
Yeah. Yeah. He don't got it. But would you say that Errol is super powerful?
No, Errol is Errol. I mean, everybody's going off this massive. He did this, he did that. He was the same old Errol we've seen. Very basic. 1-2, 1-2, come forward, flat-footed, volume puncher. And I'm telling you, Bud's gonna stop that kid.
Okay. AJ.
Yeah, my sentiments are pretty much the same. Like I give credit to Spence, he got the win.
I'm trying to find it. Sorry.
I just don't. Which ain't you looking for the highlights or?
No. I'm trying to look for something else, but yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I can't find
got
it.
you.
So, and it's not in my history for some reason.
I think it's like everybody's been saying, like, you know, on Twitter and just stuff like that. If Bud had had Earl hurt like that when he set him into the ropes, well, he'd have been all over him like white on rice, man. you know,
that was the thing, and that was before. Actually, that was before the orbital damage. So
that happened around
why
7,
did
right?
the fuck
I think,
can you do nothing? Oh, I found it now.
Round 6.
That was round 6.
It was around 6 that happened by me, but the orbital fracture that happened around 7, right? The next round, I think.
Yeah, it happened in round 7. So I'm not sure why he didn't do anything. Why there was no dogging him. We're going to discuss things in depth. So I just want you guys to have a look at this just for a minute. I will have to. Where are we? So you guys can. So I think sometimes we don't give the fighters sometimes the benefit of the doubt of like the stuff that they actually go through, and we're like, oh, they should have still kept fighting, or they should have still, we got they are at the end of the day mere mortals, and I don't sometimes think, so I just thought we should have a look at this. Hang on, what up, Del? Hang on, where are you? Oh, there you are. And then, so this is for educational purposes only, and I do not own the content on this, but we shall do it how we need to do it, so YouTube doesn't strike.
Oh yeah, Chan, I saw this video. I watched this.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Tell me if you guys can hear it, right? Can you hear it?
Injury at the hands of ERROL SPENCE Jr. And in this video, we'll take a closer look. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dr. Brian Suter, and in this video, we're going to be talking all about eye trauma, specifically concerns for orbital fractures, because that is definitely what I would be worried about here with Yordenis Ugas after taking a bunch of punches from ERROL SPENCE Jr. We'll start with the post-fight interview because I want you to pay attention to the contours that we see with just our surface anatomy. So when we look just at the skin, the different areas, the different landmarks that help identify the underlying bones. Here on the left cheek, we can see this malar prominence, this zygomatic process, this sort of bump on the left side of Ugas's face. If we look, though, on the right side, you'll see how it's just kind of flattened. It's just sort of sunken in. Now, some of that can be because of the soft tissue swelling around the eye or around the orbit here, but also it's important to see that there's kind of just this flattening of that malar eminence, of that.
I have to pause and go, which I will, because otherwise YouTube don't take it as you're making commentary. I'm going to let you see the rest. Let me take this off. Sorry, my bad. So as you can see, what he's saying is about his eye, but he's going to then show you what happened on the inside, because I sometimes think every time people see someone have a black eye or a swollen eye, we always think, oh, their orbital bone is broken. Not necessarily. A lot of times you just got a swollen eye. So he's going to explain what it looks like on the inside and what having this injury absolutely does. Okay.
zygomatic process, that bump that you feel right there in your cheek. And so that's going to be the primary location that we worry about in orbital fracture whenever people get repetitive trauma to the eye like this. Obviously, the right decision was made here because even after the fight, Ugas himself said that he was unable to see out of that right eye. And it's not so much just the swelling, because just with this degree of swelling, you're not going to be able to let light transmit into the eye. It's more so the concern for the bones being fractured and how that can affect the integrity and the health of the eye. Looking at our biodigital anatomy tool here, I've highlighted those bones that make up the orbit, and specifically this area right here, that bump. That's that malar imminence, that zygomatic process. That's that area where we see that contour that looks like it's flattened on the right side of Ugas's face. The exam that the doctor was performing to determine whether or not Ugas could continue wasn't just about whether or not he could see, in terms of if light could actually get into his eye. He was
Okay, so this is where, after this first examination that the doctor did, the doctor should have, by rights, right, called it off maybe then, even though he was like, no, don't let the doctor call it off. But I think there was also a language barrier that Ugas didn't understand what the doctor was saying. But that's another negligence, because if you've got a doctor that speaks English and Ugas only speaks Spanish, you're going to have the translator with them so you can be able to properly assess the eye. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yay? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think in the beginning, Ugas didn't understand what the doctor was saying with the instructions. Instead of, like, you know, you're going to say izquierda, derecha, like left, right, you know. I don't know if he really understood that, but let's have a look.
checking some key motions of the eye, because that can give you a clue about whether or not the orbit could be fractured. So this is the first sequence when the doctor checked him the first time. Initially here he's just palpating, but the next thing he's going to do is he's going to just assess his visual acuity. Now, obviously, it seemed like there could have been some language barrier here, because it didn't really seem like Ugas was responding when the doctor was asking him if you're able to see, which makes these evaluations hard. But he's trying to see, number one, just can you see? He's trying to check and have him focus on just his nose, because by focusing on the doctor's nose, you really get a better sense of visual fields. If Ugas doesn't focus on the doctor's nose, he can move his eye off to the side, and you can get a false sense of security for your visual field exam if you don't focus straight ahead. So that's why he keeps kind of pointing in his nose here, is he's trying to get Ugas to focus on his nose so that he gets a better assessment of his overall visual field. It's always hard in these situations to just ask the fighter, can you see? Because of course they're going to say yes, and so you're trying your best in the moment to do some sort of exam maneuver to see if they can accurately really answer that question. But it's really challenging. I've got to give this ringside physician props here, because I think they did a great job given the circumstances. The next thing he's going to start doing here is actually checking his extraocular motion. So when he raises his finger up and out to the side, he's trying to check and see if Ugas is able to move his eyes to one side or the other, and in particular, look up. An inability to look upwards is one of the physical exam signs of a potential orbital fracture that's causing entrapment of the muscles that control the movement of the eye. With our anatomy tool here, I've highlighted all these small little muscles that actually fire individually to move our eyeball in different directions. In the case of an orbital floor fracture, these bones...
Hang on, just have to pause real good. Ain't that amazing that I've never ever, like, how the human body is so fucking, what's the complex that, you know, just to move our eye, look at the muscles that we just have here, that the brain has to fire a signal to say, move that, move that. And this is what he's going to explain about those muscles, what happens to those muscles when you get an orbital fracture, and him saying that, you know, looking up is very important. And he's saying the doctor did a really good job. But I mean, if the doctor's not speaking Spanish and you want to be saying, look left, look right, he's not understanding. You're going to need someone to be like I said, like arriba, or abajo, down, or izquierda.
But he could follow his finger though. I mean, that's not a link.
But the doctor's saying to him, keep focus on my finger, on my nose. So if you don't know, if you're not saying mira tu mi nariz, he's not going to understand that. The doctor can be doing that all day long. If you don't speak a language and you've got all that adrenaline pumping through you and you've got that pain, and you've got a doctor going, focus on my nose, this, that. But look, focus on my nose. He's going to be confused. So you're not going to get the right diagnosis, because that's why he was going. Ugas was like, yeah, I can see, like, or whatever. Do you understand? You needed an interpreter there, in my opinion. The guy doesn't speak English. You know.
Here in the lower portion of the eye socket can become broken, of course. And what that can do is it can pinch or entrap the muscles on the bottom side of the eye. If that muscle is pinched or squeezed, then you can't look upwards because that eye is essentially anchored down. So if we're doing our physical exam check and we're worried about an orbital floor fracture, if the athlete is unable to look upwards, that's concerning. That's a sign they could have muscle entrapment from an underlying orbital fracture. I think they would have been totally justified to stop it the first time he was examined. The hard part, like I said, is the athlete's going to tell you they can see. It's hard to get a good objective sense of their real visual acuity. And for all we know, he was able to look upwards with both eyes. It doesn't look like the eye was as swollen the first time. The second time he was examined, there was absolutely no question here, not at all safe for him to continue. The right decision was made in stopping this fight. So in summary, our exam can raise concern for an orbital fracture when we notice this flattening of that malar imminence, that zygomatic process, that bump of your cheekbone, suggesting fracture where that bone has basically been depressed backwards. Obviously, the swelling around the eye is concerning, but if the eye is able to be observed, having the athlete look upwards is a good physical exam test to check for entrapment of the muscles around the eye, which, if they're entrapped, could be coming from an orbital fracture. I suspect Ugas is on his way for probably a CT scan to evaluate for an orbital floor fracture, and if we get more updates, I'll let you know. But until then, I hope this is educational to take a look at these types of injuries, and until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.
Interessante? Interesting? I thought it was.
Derry, I've seen that guy. He's commented on other fights before, or that doctor. He's giving his analysis.
Oh, there was an echo. Sorry.
Yeah, he got a big time YouTube page.
Yeah.
Say that again. Sorry, guys.
That doctor's commented on like other fights before, like how he went. He's kind of on his YouTube page, just like post fight.
Sorry, I was reading the chat. What the doctor was on his YouTube page saying what?
He comments on other fights, like when they're over. Like he's commented on past fights before.
That's what he does. Yeah, he does it for his YouTube. Talks about, then you can see like body language experts and stuff like that that do the same thing on YouTube. That they do their YouTube thing. Get their extra coins from YouTube. So yeah. So it's quite interesting to see things like that though. Because it gives us more of a more in-depth look at what happens what fighters go through. So, but back to amazing content, but lots of feedback. Sorry if there was a lot of feedback. Could you hear what the doctor was saying all in all? Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
I can hear him.
I heard him.
I do got a link. Hang on 1 sec. I didn't pin it because I want to vet who's coming in. Sometimes I don't want. It depends who it is. There you go. Pimp my sniper. Yeah. So now we're gonna just talk about did this Spence beat Bud? Because in my opinion, what we should do is do the pros and the cons of all the good points and the bad points of what Bud does better than Spence and what Spence does better than Bud. But we'll go around the panel and I'll just ask, does this Spence beat Bud? Kenny, does this Spence beat Bud?
No, because Bud has got power in both hands, can take him out, and Bud would love it if Spence comes forward. He'll absolutely love it. He'll relish it, and he'll feel, and I feel with Bud's one punch power that he'll win the fight. I think Spence is a very good cumulative puncher. He throws excellent, beautiful combinations, hurtful combinations. But Bud's defense is better, and power and accuracy is always going to be for me. It's going to be on Bud Crawford's, and I just think Bud, at all levels, and I think that's the thing. It'll be power. But Spence is, for me, is probably doing the right thing in trying to take the fight away from Bud Crawford, because I think if he tries and fights on the back foot, eventually he's going to be taken out anyway. So it's one of those things where before you get taken out, take him out first.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Eric Pike. Yeah. Okay. AJ.
Yep, I completely agree with Ken. I think that this version of Spence does not beat Bud because, well, for one, Bud is not going to stand there and let Errol tee off on him. He's not going to do that. He's going to give him movement. Honestly, like in the latter half of the fight, Errol was kind of back to the Errol of old. Like when he fought Kell Brook, that kind of reminded me of that. But but if you think Bud's just going to stand there and let Errol tee off on you, you're mistaken. You know what I mean? He's gonna give him movement, and ultimately, because Spence has got a great engine, great, decent punching power, but Bud has got that as well, probably in spades, and he just has a lot more tools in his kit that just makes him a better fighter, in my opinion.
Right.
His movement, his footwork, punch combinations, like just everything, like all that.
Yeah, do you know? It's funny because
Can I finish?
Hang on, can you finish? Wait 1 sec. Can you put a picture up as well? I don't like grey discs, so I'll put you back until you can get a picture up. I really don't like grey discs on the thing. It's just a pet peeve of mine. So, just put a picture up of something. Come back on your backstage. Go ahead. Put a picture up. Upload it. Okay. Press the 3 dots on the side of your picture and it will say edit, and then you can just upload something. Go ahead.
Yes, Chan, I just want to add a couple more things to what you were talking about earlier. Like the first thing is like how horrible the job a ref did. That was actually Lawrence Cole. Him, along with Russell Moore, are two of the worst refs currently working that I've ever seen. Whenever they ref a fight, I'm expecting some nonsense. So,
what did he do last time? He did something fucked up not too long ago.
Well,
or another fight. So
he ref one fight in the past. It was 1-2 fights that's noticeable. He ref the Pacquiao Margarito fight where he let Pacquiao beat the shit out of Margarito. Then he ref the Lomachenko fight when he fought Salido when Salido low blowed him like 50 plus times. Yeah. That was Lawrence Cole. Yeah.
Yeah, when Salido was low blowing Loma.
Yes, that was him.
Full fight, and he did nothing. That's the same ref.
Not even the warning. That's the same one.
Yeah. Okay, that's the same. As Kurt was saying, cocksucker. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's a fucking
because
dick.
In all truth,
the referee.
Yeah, exactly. Because in all truth, how those guys are still getting work today is beyond me. Because when Spence was sent into the ropes, he should have got a standing count. That's what should have happened.
He should have got a standing 8. I said that. I said it to my mate the other day. I was like, on reflection, a standing 8 should have been given for that.
Yeah, and just one thing I'd like to ask just a panel a question. Why do you think Earl waited so long to fight Bud? He said, let me collect all my straps first, then I'll go get yours. Why do you think that is?
Because
he knew that they're all going to go.
Well, I answer that on my turn.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bo.
Go ahead, Bo.
I didn't think Spence could beat Terence Crawford before the accident, and I certainly don't think he could beat him after the accident. To be honest,
thank you. Because we wouldn't be here. I think we all could agree we wouldn't be here now, would we? Had he chosen to fight Bud before?
Nah. And I'm happy. A lot of Errol Spence fans are so excited to now that Errol.
Oh, me too.
God, they're gassed. They are fucking gassed.
Yeah,
they're like,
I had a debate with like a whole bunch of them yesterday. Or the other day, I was like,
I didn't even know their channels.
Like people like Lenore, man. I was going.
Well, I want some Spence fans to come on here, so mix it up and chop it up because fanboys allowed today. Fanboys allowed today. Come on,
I can't wait. I can't wait. Let me just say, I can't.
Waiting for you. No, I want everybody's opinion. I want the fanboys' opinion.
Well, it's funny because I'm actually a white fan, and
hang on, one sec. Sorry. Queen is in the building. Bud will beat Spence. Spence didn't show that he had what it takes to beat Bud. What's up, LadyChann and panel? I join in, but I'm working right now. Thank you, New Country. Thank you very much.
What up, Country?
You're always welcome when you're not working. Whenever you can dip in, New Country. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Massively appreciated. I want everyone coming in. Go ahead, pimp my. I want to say pimp my ride, but it's pimp my
well,
side.
let me finish it up real quick.
Sorry, Bold. Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
So my thing is like the fellas already said, Terence Crawford is nobody's punching bag. He's not going to stay stationary, sit there, because Ugas hurt Errol Spence a few times, and he looked like in his mind, he was like, damn, maybe I wasn't supposed to do that. And then he just shelled up again. So
he high guarded like that the whole fight.
Yeah, if Crawford hits him, it's over, man. Because Spence, I seen Spence made a lot of mistakes, and I understand he was kind of coming up, shaking off the rust, but he been making some of these same mistakes in a lot of fights. So yeah, right. Crawford would get him.
Are we being too harsh on Spence? Saying that, because you've got to give the dude this amount of credit. He has a massive car crash, which is his fault. You can go next, Pimp, which is his fault. But then he comes back 14 months later, fights Danny Garcia. No tune-up needed or wanted. He didn't do one. And then, after retina damage, it's all right, Ken. After retina damage, you fuck up and then you fuck up your eye and you come back no tune-up. You got to give the dude some kind of credit for that, right?
Danny Garcia was his tune-up.
You can't call He's a
tuna. Who has he beat at 47? I'll wait.
No one at 47, but he's still a 2-division world champion.
That means he's a tuna. Nobody. He's a tuna.
No, I couldn't say Danny. I couldn't say Danny Garcia was a tune-up. There was probably other people that you could. I'm trying to think who would I consider.
I think Danny Garcia's biggest one at 147 is Adrian Granados, and that's like a nobody.
Yeah, he could have done Granados, but Conor Benn beat him the other day. He could have did that. He could have did somebody like that, and it would have been a big fight for everybody to watch. I mean, I can't say Danny Garcia coming off a 14-month layoff when you flipped 9 times in the Ferrari and you was fucked. I can't call Danny. You could come back to easier Jesus than that. I can't.
When has he ever been good?
I didn't say he's that good. I don't think he's that good. I just can't.
He's that bad.
Even now, if a fighter decided to fight Danny Garcia, it depends. Danny, you couldn't say that Danny Garcia. He's more of a gatekeeper. He's not a tune-up. He's more of a gatekeeper.
But Shan, usually gatekeepers are tune-ups though.
Huh?
Usually a gatekeeper is a tune-up.
Not necessarily, depending on who the gatekeeper is. Not necessarily. You could say that Derek Chisora is a gatekeeper, but you wouldn't consider him as a tune-up.
He's a tune-up to an elite fighter. If you're fighting a gatekeeper, that's a tune-up as an elite fighter.
I don't always agree. Because then we could say Jorge Linares is a tune-up for Devin Haney. You could say Jojo Diaz is a tune-up for Devin Haney. I don't
look at you said Linares, but I mean Devin Haney is making his way up. Like a gatekeeper is for somebody who's trying to make a name for themselves, not for an elite fighter to come fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you if Tyson Fury happens to fight Derek Chisora again, people gonna look at Tyson Fury like, dude, are you crazy? Like what's wrong?
So say if Tyson Fury hadn't fought Derek Chisora twice, and he chose to fight him now, would Derek Chisora be considered a tune-up then? I don't know. That's what I'm just asking.
You said if he hasn't fought Derek Chisora?
Yeah, just say he hadn't fought him, right?
And this is the same Derek Chisora with the way he been getting beat up.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. What are you talking about? Getting beat up? Come on.
I don't know about getting beat up, but I mean, yeah, I don't think Derek Chisora gets beat up. But just to say, if it was Derek Chisora, just because you lose doesn't mean you got beaten up for how you lost.
Yeah.
Some of the times he got knocked out. A couple of times he has been knocked out flat. But other than times, he gave Usyk a better run for money than Joshua did. So you're going to have to put everything in context.
I'm saying for an elite fighter to fight a gatekeeper.
No, I know, but Shelton, please mute your mic 1 sec, Shelton. Yeah, I know, but would you consider him a tune-up if Tyson Fury decided to fight him?
I think so.
Or would you say that Schwartz is a tune-up?
Oh yeah,
definitely a tune-up.
Okay, so
that goes without saying. Do you know what I mean? Exactly
what I'm saying. So exactly what I'm saying. Just because someone's a gatekeeper doesn't mean they're a tune-up, and just because the elite fighter fights that person, that makes
here's an example. Here's an example.
Do you know what? Yeah, Dillian White is game. I'm not being funny. Can I just have like 10? Right? Dillian White is game. I watched his latest interview with BT Sport, by the way, and he is game. Dillian,
we'll get onto that. Jim, can we stay on topic? We are going to get onto that.
Sorry.
We are talking about CONOR Spence. But I'm with you on that. He is game, fucking game.
Yeah.
Game on, flame on. Go ahead, Bold. Sorry, because you was.
No, I'm saying, don't you think Gamboa is a gatekeeper, right?
He's a gatekeeper, and
now imagine if somebody like Lomachenko decides to go fight Gamboa. Y'all look at Lomachenko like he's silly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be like, dude, like really?
That would maybe be a tune-up, yeah. Tune-up with a name. But what I'm saying is, Gamboa poses no threat to no one. Derek Chisora does.
But he's kind of
considered. You can't call him at all just because the elite fighter fights him.
Neither does Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia isn't. We're just going to have to agree to disagree. I don't see Danny Garcia as a tune-up. He could have fought
which is fine, by the way.
Yeah, he could have fought easier opposition. Coming back after being battered in a car crash, and you pick Danny Durable,
Danny Garcia Danny Garcia is tailor-made for Errol Spence.
His feet are stuck in the mud.
Danny Garcia doesn't let his hands go.
Danny Garcia
off
90
to the AD era.
Doesn't matter if he throws 10 punches in a 12-round fight. I don't see him as a tune-up, because when Danny Garcia clubbers you, it's problems for you. I don't see him
who does Danny Garcia club? Somebody standing right in front of him.
Landed 90 punches in a 12-round fight.
He could throw 60 punches in a 12-round fight, Charlton. What I'm saying is, we're going to agree to disagree. I don't think he's a tune-up. I don't. You guys do. Cool. And I listen to your point. I'm just telling you my point, and I tried to give you examples where you guys didn't really give me any, because you tried to say gatekeepers are tune-ups, and I'm trying to say not necessarily.
No, what I'm saying is a gatekeeper
tune-ups for elites. No, they're not. No, they're not. Though I just gave you the example with Derek Chisora.
I never said
Derek Chisora.
Danny Garcia.
I wouldn't say that Derek Chisora is a tune-up for. It depends on who, and if Tyson Fury fought Derek Chisora, say again, he probably would beat him, but it's not a given, is it? He went life and death.
I think Tyson Fury. Let's just Tyson Fury fights Derek Chisora. It is a given. It is a given. Every time
well, at this stage for sure. Do you know what? Yeah, I think. Well, I think when you're talking about we're all talking about gatekeepers. When Usyk beat Chisora, what was his next fight after that?
Oh, it was Joshua.
How could he be a tune-up?
well, there you go then. I mean,
thank you, Thank you.
But
we talk about gatekeepers, and we talk about
mitigation. Usyk didn't know he was going to. Usyk wasn't down to fight Joshua. Usyk was down to fight Joe Joyce.
He was always down to fight Joshua. No.
He was going to fight Joshua eventually, but the fight that
it was always Joshua
between Fury and Joshua.
He had the WBO, and he knew that
they went back to Usyk.
No, Ken, he had the WBO, and he knew that with the WBO. Once you go up, once you move up. Yeah, but once you move up, you become number one Mando. So he already knew. He already knew where he was going.
About unification, though. Unification fight was the one that we were all talking
Joshua
about.
Joshua had all the belts, bar the
WBC. Joshua had no choice but to. If he wanted to fight Usyk, he had no choice but to put all the belts on the line.
He was going to fight Usyk. The next cab of the
this
rank
is-
was the Fury fight.
No, listen. He was supposed to fight that geezer that popped dirty, that Spong.
Yeah.
That fucked up. He fought Chad Witherspoon. Then his next fight was the Gatekeeper, not the tune-up, who he would be in his right to have a tune-up. His tune-up was Chad Witherspoon.
What's your definition of a gatekeeper?
Well, listen. Can I just say one thing? Yeah, like being a gatekeeper isn't an insult. It is far from it, by the way, because that means you get lots of fights on big cards and you can earn a lot of money. Especially, like if you're a gatekeeper and if you're a fighter and you are seen as a gatekeeper, but you're really like a bit of a journeyman, you can earn a lot of money from that position. And that's exactly like Derek Chisora is that prime fighter. For me, he is the fighter that is in that type of position. He's been headlining cards in the O2 Arena. He's been fighting for eliminators.
You can't say he's a chick. This is what I'm saying. So if you want to,
but Shan, listen, right? He's like, let's be honest here. For the last 5 or 6 years, Derek Chisora has been a gatekeeper for the heavyweight division.
Yeah, he's a gatekeeper.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's not a tune-up. There's a difference between a tune-up and a gatekeeper. So Pianetta is a tune-up. Tom Schwartz or whatever is a tune-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, what's your definition of a gatekeeper?
A gatekeeper is, and Derek Chisora is quite weird that he's even put in this position, because a gatekeeper is someone that's usually been an ex-champion and that allows you to be able to know if you're at world level. But Derek Chisora has never been a champion. He's been an intercontinental champ. But the fact is, because his resume is one of the best in the heavyweight division and he's fought near enough everybody, he's a good gatekeeper nonetheless.
100%.
Once you fight Derek Chisora, if you beat Derek Chisora, you usually go to world level fights.
Because he brings the pain. He brings the intensity.
So,
you know what he brings. If you can get past someone that brings the pain, then you know you're ready for the higher levels. It's as simple as that. He's a classic gatekeeper. And by the way, that's not an insult. That's actually like a really beautiful thing to be if you're a boxer. Mate, do you know what, fuck being a journeyman. I'd rather be a gatekeeper than a journman. I'd rather earn $250,000 per fight, instead of
very good journeyman.
£4,000 per. Anyway,
there's some very good journeymen, because journeymen doesn't mean,
are good journeymen.
Because if you look at throughout history, like you got a lot of Argentinas, right? They're journeymen, right? They had to make names for themselves and go around because they're not popular. Like somebody like what's that dude, that Argentina dude back in the day? Baldomir, right? He was considered a journeyman. And then he beat Zab Judah ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Yoga was considered a journeyman at one point in time. He started whipping ass,
I think what we're saying is that what I said on my live the other day, a couple of nights ago, is that everyone plays a position in boxing. We need journeymen, we need gatekeepers, we need elite, we need world level, we need European, we need we need what we need. I don't know.
We need British, we need English, we need Southern counties.
They all play a role. So, but I was just trying to define and say, to me, Danny Garcia is more of a gatekeeper and not a tune-up. That's it.
Yeah.
But I just look at it like this: he's a tune-up to an elite fighter.
I don't think so. We've just given you the.
He wasn't a tune-up to ERROL Spence.
No, we've just given you the definition of a tune-up. A tune-up is someone that is not even had a world title, someone that is not even considered nobody. And you can't say, as much as he's got his flaws, Danny Garcia, but so has a lot of the fighters, and so have elite fighters got their flaw. Danny Garcia, you coming off a 14-month layoff.
Who has Danny Garcia beaten?
100%.
No one
100%.
But he's still an ex-champion, a multi-divisional champ. But he's still a multi-divisional champ. He's not a tune-up. He's not a tune-up.
What weight he started at? 140?
135, I think. Danny Garcia started off.
I thought he started at 140.
Maybe 140 and then moved to 47. Is he 2 divisions?
Well, he's been a champion at 140 and 147.
Okay. No, he hasn't won a championship at 147.
Well, okay.
No, he did.
Can I just say one thing, please?
So he started at 140. So he's 2 divisions. No.
Can I just say
he's 2 division world champ.
Yeah.
He had a belt at 147.
He did,
No,
yeah,
so he
but
must have
he fought Robert Guerrero for the vacant belt. Then he lost it when he fought unified with Keith.
Okay, so
No.
therefore I was right. So he's not a gatekeeper. I mean,
can I just say one thing, please? I think like when the term gatekeeper springs into my mind, I think, can they bring the pain and can they go the distance? I want to see the quote unquote gatekeeper bring a war against the quote unquote contender, and if the contender can pass through the challenge of a gatekeeper with that criteria, then they can start challenging for titles, and not just any old titles, but world honors. I mean, is that not fair enough? Like, am I chatting shit or what's going on here?
Nestor Gibbs v Ruiz is off. Oh yeah, I saw a little thing with naughtiness. I shall be addressing it. You know, I don't understand how. You know, my name.
Like, what Ruiz? Andy Ruiz?
Yeah, because they called him, because Nestor Gibbs looked like Tyrone Spong. Oh,
yeah.
Tyrone Spong's better looking though.
He does look like Tyrone Spong though.
He's just fighting. He's fighting.
So I'm going to. I need to address on that on what's happened with Ness. And me TVV that he's just decided to talk about.
Yeah, why did y'all fall?
I'll address it. I don't know why he's decided to. I think he's butthurt that people keep mentioning me like, oh, can we have Shan back? And he did a very emotional outpour.
Yeah, I saw like somebody mentioned your name. It was like. Over the weekend,
never.
You should have.
Fucking right.
Never.
Like you have come.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's because
I don't understand.
It's because it's because people like passion, and that's the problem. Like people love passion.
No, first response. When you see someone's first response, that's their honest response. And then I think once he responded like that, he realized that he was over passionate about it. And then people in the chat was like, because people sent me it. Because I don't watch the show.
Yeah, but that says a lot, though. Let's be honest.
And then I looked at the chat, like when they sent it, and there was like people was like, "Damn, Shan hurt you or something," because that's how you reacted. But like I say, all promotion is good promotion. I will be putting the clip out there. Thank you, Nestor Gibbs. Thank you, Chulo. If you don't want to give me any promotion, I would just say never to mention my name again, and don't lie. That's all. But anyway, moving along swiftly. But I'll put that out guys, maybe to see it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, moving along. Nestor Gibbs. Yeah. So that's why I think about gatekeepers and thingy. But I don't know. I think me and Pimp are on the same wave pattern of what we think is a gatekeeper.
Yeah, 100%.
I know Shelton knows what a gatekeeper is because what I've explained, I've heard Shelton say that's a gatekeeper, someone that's been on the other side of the gate. In the world level. Hey, Shell?
That's the only way gatekeeper. You have to have been behind the gate. Can't keep the gatekeeper.
Hey, Chan, can I ask a question right quick?
Mm-hmm. Of course you can.
Like you guys know Gabe Rosado. Would you guys consider him a journeyman or a gatekeeper?
That mistake.
Gatekeeper. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, like
he's in between, Pim. He's in between. He's like journeyman / gatekeeper, but I'd put him more gatekeeper. He's like the American Derek Chisora.
Yeah.
That's what
I
was saying.
The problem.
I genuinely agree with that. Yeah. For sure. 100.
I saw the
He's a fantastic boxer. Like, let's have it right.
I can't hear you, especially when audio's bad and everyone talks at once. We can't hear you.
He's never been behind the gate. You have to have been behind the gate to be a gatekeeper. You can't keep the gate.
He's a high-level journeyman, but to me, it just reminds me of an American version of Derek Chisora. He can pull the cat out of the bag and stop you and
exactly. And also, yeah, he can sell tickets. Right, he's got a big personality. Yeah. He can sell tickets, and on his day, he can fight. He can put up a fight against anybody. Yeah, okay, he might lose. Okay,
yeah, he might lose. Yeah, but yeah. So that's why I would say he's the American Derek Chisora.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I would have to put him at gatekeeper status, even though he hasn't had a world title. He brings he's a banana slit. He's a banana.
He brings violence.
Maximum, like Dillian. Yeah. The other day his fight was really shit, but he does have a thing of falling out with his co-host, and he has to look at the common denominator. The problem in that it seems to be is obviously him. If you had like 30 co-hosts in like 2 years or 3 years, it's you. The problem is you. Yeah, you're right. And this is another problem that he doesn't like. Yeah, they want you back on TBV, Shan. That's the Fibs was catching feelings about. Yep.
I was listening to that show the other day.
I never technically left. I
was wondering because when I was listening to the show the other day, it was like, yo, you should have LadyChann come co-host the show, and he just started laughing and shit. I was just like, damn.
I never technically left, and he's in his feelings. When someone's wrong and strong, you did what happened, and then you moved to Vegas, and then we're like, so are we on the show over here, or what do we do? And because I questioned it, he decided to bring like a private conversation while he was on and bring it on air and no, LadyChann this, and then I don't know. So me, I just fall back. Yeah, it's just like turning up. It's like going to work every day, right? You go to work every day or whatever, and then
I thought y'all just had like that brother sister argument or some shit,
Oh, we had loads of arguments. He was my TV husband. I'd like to in real life. I'd like to kick his head in if I met him completely. But it's like going to work and then you turn up to work one day and the office isn't there, and you're like, where did the job go? Like, where did everybody go? And then all of a sudden, the job is on the other side of on the other block, and you're like, so why wasn't I told that the job's moved from? You understand what I'm saying? So then you go to the other side of the block and you go to the boss or to your co-worker. Yo, like, oh, am I still working here? Are we still working here? And then your co-worker blows up on you like, oh, why the fuck are you? You gotta wait until, bro. I just turned up over there, like, and you're over here. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you've not told us like anything. You just turn up in a new studio doing your job. Like, and we're like, hold on, we didn't know this. Do you understand what I'm saying? So shouts out to him and the elevation, and shouts out to him because, and the bought subscribers and that. Shouts out to him that he wants to talk about people's, I don't know what he has to do, but shouts out to him that, it's only since going for, I've only seen him gain 200 subscribers since the last 7 months, I average at about 140 subscribers a month, and I ain't been on their thingy. So shouts out to him because when I left him, it was like 130,000 subscribers, and now he's got like 132. So you do the math. Okay. Anyway, moving along swiftly. Bitches don't ever come to me on their best day, because me on my worst day, it don't happen. See you in real life, you get your head kicked in. Simple. Anyway,
you hear about
flight information is public. I just hope people all know this. Flight information is public, and when people try to disrespect you publicly, the favor is returned, because I've got brothers, I've got people that are around me that are like big geezers, big black fucking 6'4", 6'5" geezers.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll kick your head in, Mr. Gibbs. So tread carefully when you come to the UK. Anyway,
American getting robbed.
Say that, Shell.
Someone robbed Amir gunpoint.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, y'all got guns in the UK like that?
Of course we got guns. Like, you guys think
I'm
that
just
we
saying
got,
the last
like,
time.
you guys think that we got, We drink
Last
tea.
time I was in Scotland.
Well, yeah, but LadyChann though, we don't have guns like America though, do we? Like, let's be honest.
No, I'm talking about outside of the military and the police. I'm talking about.
Yes, we do, but they're not allowed. But we do have them. We have more knife crime, but yeah, we do have I don't even want to say. I'm not saying none of my business.
Wait, what's that? Wait, what's that? Have you got a gun? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, I'm just saying is that I'm saying not talking my business, but of course there's guns here. We're from London. We're not from fucking Iceland.
Yo, I'm just saying.
That is true.
Yo, check this out. I was in Scotland. I was in Scotland. You know what I'm saying? A few years back, and the police came out, and it was stuff went down. The police came out with just knife sticks. They ain't had no weapons on them but a knife stick.
We've got sections of police. That's Scotland. I don't know what they do up there, but we've got sections of police here that carry guns. And then
London's a bit different.
And then we have sections of police that don't have guns. But
I've been in London quite a few times.
Yeah, a lot of our police have tasers. So they have tasers to trunction. No one really uses the trunction.
Yeah, and in front of the places like Buckingham Palace, the Houses of Parliament, and all the airports, you'll see police officers with guns called MI15s. They're not machine guns, but they're like machine guns that are semi-automatic. You know, which you can aim really well, but only shoot one bullet at a time. Like that, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, Paul Evans said it. We don't have legal guns. They think it's all two trumpets here, Shan. I know. It's quite annoying. That
it's not though, is it? Oi, LadyChann. It's not though, is it? Let's be honest.
It's not. There's loads of lads that just run around with the gats, the buckies, the shooters. What do you think? We're loads of us are from the West Indies and the Caribbean islands, like from descent and that. And you get a lot of people that are influxed that are from Jamaica and that. And they come in, you know, there's drug worlds, there's this world.
Exactly.
So gone off your run, bars. So, you know, the kids, and then we've got massive knife crime. We've got massive knife crime here. And I mean massive. It's a big problem. Every day, about 5, 6, 7 kids alone are dying every single day, just in probably London. I see it on my Instagram. I've had to mute a certain account.
It's not just in London. We're Londoners.
All over, but this guy's from London.
Because it's a capital, we think it's just London, and we think
I know it's all in the whole.
It's all over. It's all over. You got Manchester, Liverpool, Glasgow, Nottingham, all over Leicester, everywhere.
But the guy that I follow, who is the advocate,
massive here.
The guy that I follow, he's from London, and he's the guy that goes around London and takes knives off of kids or tells kids. And I mean,
he needs to go to every city in this country. Every city in the country needs to go.
The stuff that he retrieves. If you see the size of the machetes, he puts in clips of kids going up on the top deck of the bus, pulling out like fucking blades this big, and stabbing each other.
Nah, look, listen.
Massive problem.
Oi. LadyChann, are the victims ever innocent people, or is it always like drug related or gang related? Because if you say that is, if people get stabbed up,
some of it's gang related. Oh, we got a lot of gang, a lot of gang issues here.
Do you know what I mean, though, LadyChann?
And then there's some that is gang with the drugs related, and then some is just. Somehow it's just the kids have latched onto this culture of they're smoking bare like skunk weed, innit?
Skunk. That pisses me right off.
Yeah, so basically their brains are just trying to form and they're smoking all this skunk.
Oh
and
my God.
In their biochemistry
and my God.
The stuff that gets released in your brain
that my God.
doesn't seem to be, so they're all reacting crazy out here. The kids are crazy out here. Soon as your kid goes to high school here, man, their innocence is done.
Yeah.
You got to fret because
that's fucked. So do you think that that skunk is one of the major problems with like youth?
Yeah, because the kids are smoking fiberglass with, in the skunk fiberglass, everything sprayed in it, some mad shit that is in the punk. We call it punk, right? In the punk here, it's mad. Yeah. So the kids are just off. And they're smoking it, latched on, smoking it, and stabbing each other. We've got Operation Trident that's just here, and I think they're thinking to relinquish that, which is just black people that shoot black people. If it wasn't a problem, they wouldn't have that. So I'm just letting Americans know it's crazy like that here. It isn't tea, crumpets. We do like tea, and we do like crumpets, but that's not what we do, or that's not. It's the culture here is crazy, and I hope it gets better because it's really terrible at the minute. A lot of kids dying and a lot of people dying. I've been to, at one point I went to about 4 funerals in 3 weeks where I grew up. You know, madness. And at one point where I grew up as well, as I got old, I used to have, and this sounds sad, a section in my wardrobe, or you guys call closet, where it just be, you know, what I could wear for funerals, so that I knew I could just pull that out and just go to the. I've seen loads of my friends in their open caskets. Some of them can't even have a casket open because their dome's blown off, you know, so the casket not, you know, or I've driven and then it's all cordoned off and then get a phone call, my friend's like dead in a barbershop with his head blown off because another gang is seeing him in the barbershop and blown off his head. Like, dude, yeah, allow us. Shit's real here and it's horrible. Yeah? So I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bad.
And
so,
I'm not trying to say, like, I'm not saying yeah, as in get over it. I'm saying as in
no, because you get it. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So,
yeah, it's fucked up, man. I'm just trying to find this Amir Khan. If anybody can find that report, let me know. But let's get it back to boxing, the sport that we all love. So are we saying Bud beats this version of Spence all day, every damn day?
I think so.
Me too.
Great minds think alike, Chan. Great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike. Me too, because
do you know what? I think there's one answer to this question. I think after that performance, I think the only answer can be 50-50, surely. I mean, come on. Because like I had loads of doubts about Spence's performance against you guys, but after seeing his performance against you guys, right? Okay, I'm ready. I am. Everything he's gone through, the car crash, the trauma, everything, right? Okay, now I'm ready. Yeah. Right, you got Crawford. He's been really active. You got Crawford, Spence, all the drama. Yeah, 100%. 50-50 fight. Let's fucking have it. What?
Say it again, Pim. Let's fucking have it.
Yeah. What TV network is going to land on? I don't know. To be honest, I don't think this fight can happen financially. I fucking hope it can.
Oh, it can. It can. The interest that they think that it doesn't garner, like everything's about a dance fucking partner, and this shit garners. If these cats both want 10 million each, they can make that. I'm telling you. If you get that, do you know what? If PBC pulls their finger out their ass and allows multiple broadcasters to broadcast it, so you can watch it on Fox, PPV, you can watch it on Showtime, on there, you can watch it on BT Sports, you can watch it on Sky. Do you know how much money that fight would garner? What
about DAZN?
DAZN, whatever. As long as, because when BBC do their fights, unfortunately, they limit it that they don't want to work with Bob and they don't want to work with Eddie. Yeah. So you can only watch it on Fight TV. Granted, we only get to pay $12.99 for it. But I mean, that's not going to make loads of money for the fighters. So what I'm saying is open it up to a lot of multiple platforms and they'd make a lot of money.
Do you think, if this fight never happens, do you believe that the reason why this fight never happens is because of the the broadcasters? Because that's what I think.
Yeah. It could be because of that. It could be because of that. That could be a reason why it doesn't happen. But I like to believe that it will happen. Yeah, look, there it is. I'm going to stream it right now. Hang on, I'm going to stream just Amir Khan. What's happened to him? Unfortunately, so fucked up. You can't even have.
Yeah, well, it's sad that he's trying to have a fight with Conor Benn.
No. This is about him getting robbed at gunpoint. Former world champion Amir Khan. Can you guys see it, or do I need to blow it up?
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah,
so
I can see it.
World
Yeah.
champion Amir Khan, he has said he was robbed at gunpoint in London. Told you, weren't in Bolton, was it? Because he lives in the country. Told people about London. It's fucked like that. When you're from a capital city, things go down. So the
Shan, don't say that. Come on.
Yeah, but it does. But that's what happens. It's sad. This isn't.
Yeah, I know, but
but I'm just letting people know this is the shit that happens. It's bad. The 35-year-old posted on Twitter saying he and his wife, Faryal, were safe after an incident in which he was confronted by two men in Leighton. Oh my God, that's where I lived for 11 years. Leighton, East London, with his watch being stolen. Khan just tweeted, just had my watch taken off at me at gunpoint in East London, Leighton. I crossed the road with Faryal. Luckily, but you can't see what these boxers don't realise. You're famous, or you're familiar. You've just been all over TV just a minute ago, over the last couple of months, even as recent as Saturday, and you're just with your wife walking on the street, crossing with no security.
You've
got big, and we call them kettles. You got big kettles on your wrist, the rollies, and you think you're not going to get run up on. Come on, fam. Nah, you got to do better. This is what happened to that geezer in America, that boxer the other day, and he got shot twice in his back. And all this shit robbed.
To my
That's
Robbie
mad.
That is mad.
To my Robbie Easter.
Yeah, that's it, Robert Easter. You're walking about like that, and you ain't got bling, 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 and you're not got no security. Even me, guys, when you see me, right, doesn't really matter. I'm not. You're gonna see a big black 6'4" geezer with me.
Whoa. Oh, do you know what? I fucking hope so, because I'm a 6'4" white geezer, and I'm gonna say hello. So there you go.
Yeah, any color, as long as you're a minimum of 6'4".
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing is, if somebody got a gun, that ain't gonna really make a difference, is it?
Well, see, straight away, I can sense it. You've got an American accent, so the gun culture is completely different from the British gun culture. So you're saying, bring a gun, blah blah blah.
No, he's saying that it doesn't matter if I have security. What if I get run up on with someone with a gun? But you don't know what my security has.
Well, exactly. Because your security,
we'll match you, won't we? We'll have to match you.
Well, not with a gun though. Surely, like you'll have a knife, like at max.
No,
surely.
No.
Do you not reckon? No.
No.
Okay.
No. My security won't be carrying a knife.
Right. Fuck
it'll be things that will fly in the air. Things that fly in the air. No, babes, no.
Right,
so wherever we can get in, obviously there's a lot of venues that you're not going to be able to. But what I'm saying, Bold, it's not as bad as that way. It's the OK Corral, like wherever there's going to be a shootout like that. But just the deterrent is enough. Like someone won't be able to just run up inside even the venue, even though you can't bring your shit inside. So everybody. You're going to get unruly people that maybe want to try and run up or be a bit rough or whatever. Yeah, it's just more of a deterrent. Because at the end of the day, we do this job and not everybody likes your opinion. And I'm an artist as well, so I've always been like that anyway. So I don't really role places where it's just like, it's me. I will have security. I don't know why he doesn't, and you're famous, Amir. That's strange. I crossed the road with Faryal. Lucky she was a few steps behind me. Two men ran to me and asked me for my watch whilst having a gun pointed in my face. The main thing is we're both safe. Khan and former WBA. That was 6 defeat. What a bad week for Amir Khan, eh?
The robbery was the 7th.
Huh?
The robbery was the 7th defeat.
Yeah, say that again. The robbery was the fucking 7th defeat. Welcome to TBE in the building.
Yeah.
Go.
Do you know, LadyChann, that was beautiful the way you handled that situation, and it's so nice to see like men and women being able to treat each other in certain ways and being able to, you know, yeah, exactly. Like, when did that become like a bad word?
I know. Normal. It's not allowed to be.
And yeah, but yeah, like anyway.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure. And
LadyChann, you're very talented at talking to anybody, whether it's male, female, boxing fan, non-boxing fan, and you have this talent at you're able to talk to people when they have no skills and just to almost grab their arms and pull them along the journey. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, do you know what I mean? So there you go.
Everyone. I like everyone, and I appreciate that you saying that. Thank you very much, and I'm very much flattered and humbled by that statement. And I like everyone. I just match the energy. I mirror the energy that I'm given. If you're nice, I'm nicer. If you're mean, I'm meaner. That's just it. Like,
yeah.
But I like everyone, and I've grown up with all different types of people. You know, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I could see the good even in the bad, and I could see the beautiful even in the ugly. So, you know, and I could see the bad even in the good. So we're all even out here until you me off or
100%. And do you know what? Yeah, like that's all you can do, right? But when you get people that are like proper tricky, like you know, it's all well and good get people on that, you know. They know they're all like boxing historians. They can go back 100 years and they can quote the 6th round of the 42nd second, right? But when it comes to someone that starts just chatting pure shit, right? That you think, oh, okay, here we go, here's a troll. And when you can handle that person especially in the modern era, and that's what you did, by the way. That's what you did.
Thank you.
Boom.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go. You're a fucking yeah. No, listen.
Am I done?
Look. Well, I don't give out like compliments easily, so yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's all good.
I got you. And likewise, and you're a very lovely lad. And I've always told you from the first and second time that you come on, you're always welcome over here. Not a problem. So I thank you for even coming on the panel. So you're always welcome to hang out with the little old me and the crew. Yeah.
Yo, my man, right quick, my man. Chan is mine. She's mine. Leave her alone.
Well, do you know what? I think there's a few guys that are trying to fight for her, to be honest. But yeah,
don't do it.
If I can throw my hat if I can throw my name in the hat, then I'm gonna.
What's this show turned into?
No.
It turned into The Bachelorette.
The dating game.
No.
The dating game.
No, listen. Anyway.
It's turned into come date with Shan. Kenny, I know you got to go to bed. If you want me to, Kenny, I know you got to go to bed. If you want me to continue the show with the lads, you're very much okay to leave if you really want to. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kenny Ken. Massively appreciated. I'm going to drop my number on your DMs and we'll sort out for Saturday. Right. Love you lot. See you later, Kenny Ken. Say bye to Kenny Ken. Bye.
See you later, Kenny, bro. See you later.
Yeah. On Instagram, Kenny Ken 1972 on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, and we always chop it up and have a lot of bants on Twitter and especially Ken on Twitter with the boxing, and he's on Instagram and he does his video vlogs. Okay, so yeah, Kenny Ken's
legend, no question about it.
Yeah. Okie dokes. So. This version of Spence doesn't beat Bud. TBE, what's your opinion on what you saw on Saturday?
Well, I don't think any version of Spence could ever beat Bud. So I mean, the fact that this version is not going to beat Bud doesn't, that's not news. As for Saturday, I mean, I don't know. There's a couple of observations. Okay, I did a video about it, so
I'll check it out. Tell them where they can find you as well, just in case you drop off.
TBE Boxing on YouTube or TBEBoxing.com.
Please go and subscribe. He does lives.
So, Ugas had an opportunity to end the fight, but he didn't do it. I mean, he had an opportunity to win the fight in the 6th round. Okay, he had Spence hurt when he connected with that right hand and Spence's mouthpiece went flying. Spence was hurt because what did Spence do? He went looking for his mouthpiece. Nobody tells you to do that in a fight. No trainer tells you to do that.
He did that with Danny, though, didn't he? Do you remember?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to defend yourself at all times.
He keeps saying it's a rookie error.
No, he was just hurt. He was hurt.
He was buzzed, right?
Yeah, he was hurt. He didn't know what was going on.
Right.
So Ugas, when that happened and he started looking for the mouthpiece, Ugas hit him again. And he went flying against the ropes. Ugas should have followed after him and finished him off right there and then. But he didn't do that. He stopped, hesitated. And then the referee saw an opportunity to jump in. He just jumped in and said, okay, I don't know if the referee had said to stop, why Ugas stopped. I don't, I'm not sure about that. But he just kind of hesitated. And then the referee just came in and said, okay, he stopped it, sent Ugas to the neutral corner, walk Spence over to Derek James. Derek James fiddling around with the mouthpiece. By the time he got the mouthpiece and then the fight started again, he had almost a minute to get to recover.
Yeah, I know.
The
Can you guys top it up just for a minute? You keep going, TV. I'll be back in for you because I actually want to quickly do this report while you guys talk. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, while he's doing that,
keep it rolling, guys. Yeah.
While the referee is doing that, Spence is recovering. He had a lot more time to recover than if he had let the fight continue.
Oi, boys. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
So that to me right there, that kind of said something. I mean, to me that made a big difference in the fight. I would think. I think that Spence was hurt enough to the point where Ugas could have ended it, but that's Ugas' fault. He didn't take advantage of the opportunity that he had, and because in boxing it's protect yourself at all times. So Spence looking for his mouthpiece. I'm not going to stop.
That's a no one to me. I've never heard of that before. I mean, by the way, that's not you're a veteran of the sport by now. You've been a champion for a while. So
yeah. So I mean, that's the rookie. I mean, he was hurt.
That's the second time in a row he did that. He did that with the Danny fight too.
I mean, fellas, let me ask you this right quick. I mean, my bad, TB, were you done talking? Or?
No, I'm good.
Okay, but let me ask you. Okay, I counted 3 times Spence got hurt in the fight, based on highlights. Okay, before Ugas sent him across the ropes. That was one. And before that, Ugas landed a right that kind of wobbled Spence. And he kind of did like a funny little dance. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, at least 3 times, probably more.
Then I think in the 7th round, Ugas landed a straight right that stopped Spence in his tracks for like 2 seconds.
Boys.
Yo.
Boys. Do you know what? Yeah, I didn't even watch the fight fully, and I was away there for like 30 seconds, and I heard that Spence sparks him 3 times in the fight. Is that right?
He did what?
He knocked him 3 times in the fight.
Knocked him 3 times.
Yeah, as in he punished him 3 times in the fight.
Ugas did that. That's what we're talking about now. I mean, Spence just because I was saying around 6, he hurt Spence with a right. He wobbled him. Then he sent him across the ropes. So that's 2 times. Then Ugas didn't jump on him the second time he sent him across the ropes. Then around 7, I was saying, he landed a straight right and while Spence was they were exchanging, and he stopped Spence in his tracks for 2 seconds. Then he didn't follow up and shoved up again, and Spence continued to tee off on him. Then that pretty much continued the pattern that continued. He wrestled until the fight was stopped.
I think till the fight was stopped. Was broken by then. You know, but the thing about that is that the thing, you know, Ugas. The thing about the difference I see, like I said in that fight, the difference I saw in that fight was that Ugas didn't have enough gear and Spence did, because after the 6th round, Spence came out like a man possessed.
Okay? Yes, he did. He did.
You know, he went after Ugas. So now, Ugas, the difference was that Spence was able to adjust. Ugas couldn't adjust. He kept fighting the same way, even when his eye was, you know, banged up and he was trying to protect it. Yet all he could do is lean forward with his hands up, you know, covering his head.
Why do you think that is?
He couldn't do any move of, you know, he couldn't fight going backwards. He couldn't do any movement. He couldn't do anything. He just didn't make any adjustment. He just kept fighting the same way, leaning forward, his eye right there in front of Spence for Spence to hit him. I mean, you know,
and that's telling, because Ugas doesn't fight like that usually, right?
No, when he was hurt. I don't know when anybody have any idea when his eye got busted? Anybody?
I think in the 7th round. I think in the 7th round it might have happened. I think he got hit with some uppercuts. He got hurt in that round with some uppercuts. I think the 7th round it might have happened. Maybe.
Okay.
So I think it's because they checked it. They checked his eye, I think, in round 8 in the next round. So it might have happened by then already. So it was either round 7 or round 8.
Yeah, when they checked it, it had definitely happened already.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, and they checked it around 8, so I'm guessing it was probably around 7. It happened.
Yeah, but it was a good fight. But Spence showed, you know, did show some determination. He did show, but you know, he didn't show a lot of punch resistance. And Ugas is not a heavy puncher, as far as I know. But Ugas does kind of sit on his punches, so you know when he does hit you, you know, it's gonna have some kind of effect. I gotta say though, you know, Spence made a lot of mistakes in there. If he was fighting Crawford, it would be game. I don't think that fight would last 6 rounds.
Well, I was saying this earlier. If he had sent you know Spence back into the ropes like that, he'd have been all over him.
He would have been all over him. He wouldn't. That's what I love about Crawford. Okay, Crawford is the kind of fighter where even when he's even like when he fought that guy Benavidez, if you saw when he knocked him down, right?
Yes.
When he connected with that right uppercut,
he dropped him. Yeah, he dropped him in the 12th. Then he got up. And then after that, he was all over him. Then he stopped him.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the sequence of punching. When he threw the right uppercut, when he dropped him the first time, he threw the right uppercut and dropped him like it was a semi uppercut and dropped him. Yeah. David was going down, but Crawford was already coming around with the left hook. You know, and so David was already going down. So
He was going down. He just barely missed his head with a
right. But if he hadn't been going down, you see, Crawford was already following up. And that's what I love about Crawford. You know, he does things like that. I mean, Crawford is on a different level, man, than these guys. I'm thinking that you know, it should be an interesting fight.
He's one of the best finishers in the sport, hands down.
You know what I think it is too. I think the Spence, they was trying to age this guy out. They feel safe now that he's in his mid-30s, because by the time if them two was to fight, Crawford be 35 years old.
Yeah, almost damn near this year. He's turning 35 later this year.
Yeah, but Crawford 35 is like Spence 25. I mean, you know, the lifestyle that Crawford is leading as a fighter, you know, is a different. It's like a Mayweather type of lifestyle, right?
You're like a Mayweather and like a Hopkins. Yeah.
I get it. But the thing is, what Mayweather did before he got to his mid-30s is that he switched his style up. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it seemed like Crawford switched his style to the point like he's putting himself more in the fire. Because he like, yo, I'm just trying to knock these dudes' head off. You know what I'm saying?
Which he's been doing. So.
He has. And my thing, I just hope he doesn't get like a big ego and try to sit in the pocket with Errol Spence.
I think he's gonna take Spence seriously. I think he will. I mean, like he's gonna be really. I mean, like that's the because you touched on that. You said like they're trying to age Crawford. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna matter really. You know.
Well, I mean, they talk about we are. I mean, all right. I'm gonna tell you one thing. The only problem I see with Crawford is I think he should tighten up a little bit on the defense. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because I know he can do it because he has done it before. That's not the way. Like I don't know who was just saying it that he's going out there trying to show that he can, be entertaining or whatever, and he's just taking shots when he don't have to. And that is true. He does that sometimes, right? I mean, he's just a competitive guy, but he does have good defense. Now, I heard that in the Crawford, in the Porter fight, Porter got like 87 punches in or something like that, compared to like 187 on over almost 200 on Spence.
Spence, right? Yeah.
So I think a lot of talk about Crawford's defense is a little bit overdone because he does have good defense, and people really don't hit him that much. And even when he does get hit, he rolls good. He rolls with punches. He blocks a lot of good punch. He blocks a lot of punches. He's got good foot movement. He slips a lot of punches. His defense is the best right now that I can think of in the welterweight. There's nobody in the welterweight that has better defense than Crawford. None.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd attest to that. I'd attest to that.
So, I mean, and we saw in the fight with Ugas that Spence's defense is not the best. He does get hit. And if he get hit by Crawford, it's not going to be one punch. It's going to be like a combination. It's going to be a couple of punches at once.
Well,
Spence it's going to be all over.
Spence's defense is his offense.
Yeah.
So he just try to overwhelm you with a whole bunch of punches, especially if you're standing 100%.
I bet you Crawford's going to fight him left-handed.
He's southpaw. Yeah. He can switch. He can go back and
I
forth.
bet you Crawford's going to fight left-handed the whole fight. Watch. He's going to fight the whole fight left-handed just to prove that he can beat Spence as a left-hander. Right?
Nah, do you know what? Do you know what? I think Crawford would spark him out with a right hook. And that's just my opinion.
Kind of like he did to Brook. Like he did to Brook.
Yeah. But also, but that was more like a jab, though, wasn't it? Like he sparks him out with a jab.
It was like a jab. It was like a jab hook. That's what it was. It was kind of like a crawl, like a mixture of both. I'd say
that was a Crawford special.
Crawford. When Crawford gets comfortable and he starts throwing that jab out and he starts sparking, he's the most dangerous fighter on the planet, bar none.
But he hit the Haitian guy with that same punch. The Haitian Dirijan.
Yeah.
That same punch he stopped Book when he got Dirijan with that same exact punch. Same punch.
I mean, y'all remember when he stopped Thomas Delorme? He hit him with a clean one too. That was one of the best twos I've ever seen land on somebody.
Yeah, man, he beat Delorme was no joke. But Delorme has never been the same ever since that fight.
No, he hasn't.
And the other kid that he fought, the Cuban kid that just lost to the Mexican welterweight fight. Was it welterweight? Yeah, they fought a welterweight, right? Not welterweight, lightweight.
What are you talking about?
Welterweight and lightweight, they're both really good divisions right now.
Crawford beat him when he was 140 pounds, and he came up from lightweight to fight Crawford at 140, and he lost. Cuban, he's from Cuba. I don't know. I can't remember his name.
He fought Crawford or Delorme?
He fought Crawford, and he got knocked out. That's when he had hurt Crawford, and Crawford a little shot.
Oh, you mean Gamboa?
Yeah, Gamboa.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, Crawford is a different fighter, man. I think he's, I see him as undisputed. Once this fight happens, and I see him moving up and fighting Charlo for undisputed, and so that's going to be historic.
Charlo don't want that fight. He's already putting roadblocks in.
He's already.
He's
I'm kind of surprised, man. I'm kind of, I hear people talking. I heard people saying that, but I didn't really believe it. I was like, nah.
I don't understand. It's like, why don't you want to fight Crawford, bro? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, why are you just shitting on that fight? You know what I mean? Jamel,
I think these guys are really terrified of Crawford, man. I mean,
DAZN put a poster out and they said there's 4 genuine welterweights in the division. There's Crawford, Spencer. There's Conor Benn and Michael Mickinson.
Conor Benn?
Right?
McKinson?
Well, I mean, this is the Zone poster which they posted. Okay, Terence, Errol, Connor, and Michael McKinson. Right.
The zone is delusional, man.
How they gonna exclude Virgil Ortiz and Boots?
Yeah, I mean that's crazy talk right there.
I know. Yeah,
Conor Benn is way down on the list, way back in the list.
Well, okay.
We did wear Conor Benn. I reckon I placed him in like either number 10 or 11, 10 in the top 10 welterweights.
No way.
I put him at number 10 and 11.
Well, okay then. So let's say, for example, right, tomorrow night you've got Conor Benn versus Terence Crawford. What would happen in that fight?
Terence Crawford washes him. Terence Crawford washes everyone.
Yeah.
He washes everyone between 140 to 154.
And you might even,
Man,
I would
tell you
agree
what,
with that.
if Conor Benn was to fight Terence Crawford,
He would never fight again.
Yeah, he'll retire early.
You know what? I mean, right quick, like honestly, if that fight was announced, I'd start a petition. I've said this before. I've started a petition to lobby for that fight not to happen. I'm serious.
Hey, I put a donation for.
What about Conor's speed? I mean, surely Conor's speed is a genuine attribute to make him worthy, to make him at least worthy to take.
He's not ready, man. He's nowhere near ready.
He ain't ready for that.
Nowhere near. I don't even think.
Well, I put him at number 10 or 11 in welterweights. Go on, who would you put? Well, do your top 10 welters. Do top 10 welters. Let's hear.
Oh boy!
People say I don't think so, and then they get to about number 6, 7, and they're like, "Oh yeah, actually, Conor can go in." I want to hear it. Yeah, I want to hear it.
Nah, but seriously, I mean.
No, but seriously, go on. Make a list. Let's do it now.
I have to sit down. And
let's do it now. You go. Well, let's all. I'm talking about everybody. Let's think now. Go ahead.
What's that? What you talking about?
Statements. Let's go.
What list?
Go ahead. Number 1.
What list you talk about?
Top 10 welterweights.
Crawford. Number 1.
I got Crawford number 1 too for me.
Number 2, Spence.
Number 2 is Spence, yeah.
Number 3.
Oh boy.
You'd have to put. You might have to put Ugas or Thurman.
I'm gonna put Thurman.
No,
I'm gonna put
Ugas.
Behave.
Yeah, because
I think Thurman beats Ugas.
Yeah, so do I. Okay, so let's.
I think so.
Fair enough.
All right, let's put Thurman, then Ugas. I'm just doing it just so we can get down to the bottom. Ugas, number 5.
What about number 4?
We said Thurman and Ugas. So Thurman 3.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, number 5.
5 is a tie to me, but I'm just going to slightly favor Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Virgil at 5.
So no Sean Porter. Sean Porter's not in the list at all.
Well,
he's retired. He was retired.
Doesn't matter. We could just say he wasn't. Keep him in.
But you can't do that though, can you?
No, because we're just doing top 10. He's just retired, just for the sake of it. He's only just. It's not like he's been inactive for like 10 years. Let's just say Porter's in the list because Porter was fighting when he was fighting. Let's just have a sit.
All right.
So we got Ortiz. Will we put Porter in this list at all?
Y'all want to put him in there?
No, he's retired.
All right. Porter's not in there. Okay? So that gives Ben more chance to be in the top 10. I was trying to go you guys' way to edge Ben out, but too late now. Porter's not in there. Number 6, I told you, everyone starts stuttering at number 6. Go ahead.
Number 6, I got Boots.
Yeah, I got Boots too.
Definitely got to be in there.
Let's go. Number 7.
7, I'll put David Ebenezer.
Ebenezer
number 7.
Stanionis.
So Stanionis can beat Conor Benn, yeah? Okay.
Mate, listen. Who's Ebenezer for? Who is he even for?
Got a couple of losses.
Anyway.
Who was Conor Benn for?
Yeah, Conor Benn ain't talking about it either.
Avenisian's not undefeated, is he?
No, he's not. He got a couple of losses.
Okay,
well, 3.
so okay, but it's a European title. All right, number 7, just for Avenisian. I wouldn't say that Stanionis is above
3 losses.
You won't put Stanionis above Conor Benn?
Okay, let's put him. Yeah. Just put him there. Stanionis at number 8. Who's number 9?
What about Castillo Clayton?
No. Who's number 9?
You don't like Castillo Clayton?
No. Who's number 9?
Cody Crowley.
No. Who's number 9?
I like Cody Crowley. Cody Crowley is nice. Cody Crowley, nice. Come on now, ladies.
How about Mean Machine? Mean Machine, number 9. Mean Machine.
Mean Machine. I can go with that.
I think Cody Crowley could take Mean Machine.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, nah,
maybe he's aging though, isn't it? Mean Machine's getting up in the age. He's
taking a lot of damage in his last fights, so.
But he's a great fighter. Number 10.
You don't like Cody Crowley?
Don't know too much on him.
How about Butayev for number 10?
Butayev pissed me off this past.
Wait, hang on. Hang on. Conor Benn is surely in your top 10, ain't he?
They're trying to not make him be in it, so they're trying to.
We can put him at 10.
Hold on. I got somebody in the top 10 for you. I got somebody in there. Put Kell Brook in there. Kell Brook.
Yep. Okay. Feel
that.
Kell Brook at.
I slide Kell Brook up the list.
Kell Brook is number 10.
No, I slide him up the list. He's above a couple of these fighters.
Oh, behave, mate. What? Because he beat a retired
he's saying Kell Brook is to be above. He's saying Kell Brook needs to be up the list. So would you put Kell Brook? Kell Brook definitely replaces Avenisian.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
So Kell Brook goes at number 7. Brook. And then Avenisian would have to now go to 10.
Hold on, y'all got Avenisian in the top 10?
I didn't. These lot tried to put him in it.
Who you got? Who you got at number 6?
PBE, where did you go?
Huh? We don't have to. I'm just listing the names.
Number 6 is Boots. Number 7, Brook. Number 8, Stanionis.
I'm gonna put it like this. I will put Kell Brook above Virgil Ortiz for the simple fact that Ortiz and Brook hasn't really proven anything yet.
Above Virgil Ortiz? Are you joking?
Bro, you don't have to like
it. Are you joking? What, you're talking 18 wins, 18 knockouts?
No, I'm saying they got talent, right? But they haven't really shown anything. Like, Virgil.
Have you seen the way the game fought?
He beat up Kell Brook. He beat up Kell Brook. Okay, but
I mean, it's cool.
What?
Ortiz would beat up Thingy, but we could still put him above because of his achievement. If that's what you're saying, of achievements. But if
that's
you're not
saying,
going
like, achievement-wise, because
then we're going to muddy the waters, because then we're going to definitely David Avenisian can't come in the top 10. So we're going to we're just doing who's the top that will wash who. So
but Virgil Ortiz Jr. He's a fucking animal.
Bud washes Spence. Spence washes Furman. Then we've got Ugas as number 4, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess, or not. Or do we edge him down?
I don't agree with that, to be honest with you.
I think Ugas goes a bit lower down, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not just because of the loss. Because at first I was putting him as the top 3, but I guess it is because of the loss. I wouldn't put Ugas
Sean Porter, I guess.
Yeah, I'd put. Sean Porter's not going to be in the list now.
Yeah.
So I'd put. But maybe it's me. I'd put. Do you know what? We could put Brook at. Could we put Brook at 4? And then
that's why I said I put Brook above Ortiz and Boots because of the achievements right now. Them two guys hasn't achieved much.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. From the eye test, I think they do better. But
okay, so we do Brook at 4, and then at 5, are we going to put Ugas at 5, or are we putting him lower?
I put.
Then we've got Ortiz, Boots, and Mean Machine to play with. So do we put Ortiz and Boots at Ortiz 5?
Where's Ortiz, Ben, Mickinson? You got fucking,
you got top 10. He's not top 10. He's like from 11 to 15.
Nah, he is.
Mickelson only got one. Mickelson only got
LadyChann. Wait.
I like
got one knockout.
Yeah, Mickelson got 2 knockouts, bro.
Oh, 2 knockouts.
Mickelson is a boxer. He can box ahead of any of these contenders.
He's not in the top 10.
And he hasn't
Why not?
anybody.
Why not? Yeah, but why not though?
Honestly, his best one is Chris Congo, really. When you think about it.
Yeah, and so what? He's number 2 on the WBO. So surely he deserves.
They just want sanctioned body though.
Yeah, that's a sight. Yeah, I can't.
Mickelson is a beautiful boxer.
Yeah, I'm not behind that. Okay. He can box. The man can box, but he hasn't really beat anybody.
And I always advocate him. But I just want to. I would have. When I think of top 10 welters, Michael Mickelson doesn't come into my mind.
No. When you think of top 10 welterweights, you think of knockout artists, don't you?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. But kind of, but not. You know, because Ugas doesn't knock out anybody.
I mean, like
because I think
yo, it's like have they been world champions, quality of competition?
Yeah, they've been world
champions. It's not even that though.
No,
it's not even that.
Yeah,
I think Mickelson could box easily top 10.
Mickelson is not top 10. Come on, man.
Bro, not right now, man. He has to beat the guys to prove it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, to be fair, I am pretty biased.
He's lucky he didn't fight Ortiz. He's lucky Ortiz got sick because Ortiz would have
fucked him up.
Nah, see, all right.
Okay. Like my man, let's say this. All right, if he'd upset Ortiz and beat him, okay, then we could actually put him in like you can make a claim as a top 10 welterweight.
Could you imagine?
If he had done that,
could you imagine if he outboxed Ortiz for 12?
If he upset Ortiz, you can make the claim he's top 10.
Let him do that. Look, it's just.
Oh, but that's only if he beat Ortiz.
Number 5 is Ortiz. Number 6 is Boots.
Let's go.
Yeah, number 6 is Boots.
What about Foreman?
We got Bud, Spence, Furman, Brook, Ortiz, Boots. Number 7, are you saying Me Machine or Stanionis?
Yeah. Wait, hold on, where's Ugas?
We haven't done Ugas yet.
Where's Avanesium?
So Ugas goes at.
I'm not putting Avanesium in the top 10.
Neither am I.
Really? Wow.
Nah,
okay.
Nah.
Fair enough.
Me Machine.
So we do. So is Ugas above Ortiz and Boots?
No. Sorry.
I say so because he's been a world champion. He has been a world champion.
Yeah, okay, so then we got to put him there then. Ugas, then at 5. Yeah, that makes sense. Ortiz.
Where's Ortiz then?
Ortiz at 6, Boots at 7, and Stanionis. Are we putting Stanionis at 8?
I put Stanionis at 8.
Yeah, that works. I'll do that. I'll do that. Good. That works.
Oh God. Don't know.
Stanionis. Who's at 9?
What about Avanesium and Ben? Come on. Ben. Surely Ben's in the top 10. Surely Ben's in the top 10.
I've already said that. This is my whole point. I've already said that. For me, if he's not top 10, Ben is number 11. But every time I've did it, he comes in between 9 and 11. And I'm trying to prove my point. But they're trying to prove their point by trying to put everyone else above it.
I put Me Machine.
Chan.
I'm going to put Me Machine at number 9.
Hey, Chan, can I read the rings list to you? Just to see how...
Hang on. Me Machine at number 9 for me. Then I'm going to put... It's either at number 10, it's either going to be... Okay, so it's either going to... Number 9
CONOR BENN.
Number 10, it's either going to be Avanesium or Ben at 10. Which one?
I'm not putting Avanesium in there.
Well, then it's CONOR BENN.
Nah, hold on.
Yes,
what about...
All right, I can go with Ben, but you can put him at 10.
Ben is at 10. Acceptance is key. Ben is a top 10 welter.
Hey, Chan.
We haven't got the best competition. There isn't a load. After that, it goes down to like Blair Cobbs and all of that, and he's better than them.
I'm saying, but he ain't better than Butayev. You think
he's number 11 then. If you want to put Butayev, then CONOR BENN is like, my point still proven. I said he's going to be. I said to you guys, I had him at like kind of like 10 or 11.
Okay.
Chan. I mean, like,
if
the
you
rings
want to
listed.
put Butayev at 10 and Conor at 11, cool.
Your chance. The rings list is not so different. I can read it to you right quick. It's not so different, actually. Let me
Go
see.
ahead.
They got Crawford at 1, Spence Jr. at 2, Ugas at 3, Ennis at 4, Ortiz 5, Thurman 6, Staniona 7, Avanesian 8, Butayev 9, and Ben 10.
Thank you. Well, it's a little bit, tiny bit different. So Conor Benn is a top 10 fucking welterweight. Get with it, America.
No,
America, I know you. America, I know you don't rate us, but we don't care.
We got other people. We got people for Lithuania in the top 10. We got people from Russia in the top 10. We got people from Cuba in the top 10. Come on, it ain't just Americans.
Give Conor Benn his credit, bro. Give him.
I'm
his
just
credit.
not sold on him yet. I'm not sold on him yet because of the level. He gotta fight somebody.
Well, then, the next person that he fights has to be a step up.
I mean, we do got Kell Brook.
To be fair, right? To be fair,
whoever he fights next as a step up, when he gets starched and beaten, then we'll come back again on this show and we'll de-rank him. No problem. But we got, at this moment how it stands, they've still fucking got Ugas at 3. He's not.
I don't have
I guess
Ugas
they're gonna.
Yeah.
They just had Ugas.
Conor.
So I guess they're gonna. I get Pimp. 1 sec. So I guess they're gonna have to. So I guess they're gonna have to refresh the list.
Read your top 10, Lady Shannon.
Bud, Spence, Thurman, Brook, Ugas, Ortiz, Boots, Stanionis, Mean Machine, Conor Benn.
Well, yeah, but look, listen.
I'm cool with putting at 10 and Ben at 11.
For Conor Benn to become a top 10 welterweight contender, he needs to be a top 10 contender, such as somebody like an Adrian Broner or a.
Adrian Broner is not top 10.
Broner's top 10.
Well, look, listen. If he's gonna fight, like, we need a step up from Conor Benn. Yes, like, do we not? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay,
that's not top 10.
Well, like me personally, I would love to see a domestic fight from Florian Marku or Michael Mickinson.
How many likes are on here? Okay, get the likes up, people. The fuck?
Yeah, get the likes up.
Yeah, go ahead.
But look, listen, the fight with Conor Benn against Florian Marku or Michael Mickinson in my country and Lady Chann's country is not going to happen, right? So if he goes to America, yeah. Well, look, listen, if he's going to go to America and have a fight, he needs to fight someone like a Keith Thurman or a David Avanesian. Those are the only 2 fights that are gonna put him in a position where he can fight for the world title, and B, raise his profile to the point to make it financially viable. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Like, I'm not sure what you don't understand about that. It is what it is. So again, just to repeat, if Conor Benn is to fight in Britain, he needs to fight either Florian Marku or Michael
he's above Marku. He's above Marku. That I wanted that when I wanted that maybe about 6 fights ago for Ben Marku.
No, behave. What are you talking about? 6 fights ago. What are you talking?
Marku's not even ranked in the top.
What? So you're saying that Conor Benn against Florian Marku at O2 Arena is not a big fight?
It'd be good, but I mean, it's not a fight. Like you're skipping. You're talking as a fan, which I get it, yeah. But now I learned the business of boxing. Like
they're the exact same level, though.
There's no reason to fight Florian Marku. That ship is sailed. I mean, Florian Marku. Now Conor Benn is ranked number 5 in all sanctioning bodies. Florian Marku isn't even ranked in the top 10. So I would put him, if we did a list, Florian Marku out of welterweights, he'd be at the bottom half of the top 20, maybe even into the 30.
What about Mickinson?
Mickinson would be in the top 15.
Well, he's And he's number one in WBO. He's number one in WBO. Is that right?
In the we're talking,
Man,
in the world.
Mickelson is not a top 10. I'm sorry.
No,
but listen. Wait. Let's give the geezer some respect, please. Yeah. And he's number one in WBO. Is that not?
You're talking over me, and you're doing it
No,
a lot.
I'm not.
You are. You got to keep it controlled. You're talking over me, and you're talking because you're getting a bit emotional. What I'm saying is, I will put Michael Mickelson, and if that's your opinion, Slim Pimp, I don't know your name now. You confuse me. You can't force that. You can't force that on others. They're not putting him in the top 10. For them, he's not top 10. For me, he's not top 10. But for me, I'd put Michael Mickelson anywhere after number 12 to 20 in that bracket, and that's where Florian Marku would be as well. Like
LadyChann.
You've got to think of. We don't even Butayev. You can put the Blair Cobbs. There are B level and C level fighters. I'm not saying that
Blair Cobbs. Are you joking?
Yeah, Blair Cobbs probably wouldn't even be in the top 20. This is
what
I'm saying. Michael Mickelson would be in there, but where you're trying to
Michael
number 1 and 2 and 3, he's not in the top 10.
Michael Mickelson is number 2 in the WBO. I think the WBC.
Number 5 everywhere.
Yeah, he holding on to that WBO rank.
I mean, my guy. You just said that you're biased in favor of McKenzie, correct?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. That explains it.
Well, let me explain then. Like, you know, I'm from like LadyChann knows this part of the world, yeah. Portsmouth, Isle of Wight, right? Oh, come on,
you're from there.
You know Portsmouth,
you're from there. Yeah, you're from Portsmouth. That's about 3 hours away from London.
Well, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
so you're far from
there's never been a world-class fighter from this part of the world. So yes, naturally I'm gonna defend my guy. Okay,
well, it doesn't matter because naturally none of these lot are from the UK, and I can't say because Brooke is from the UK, I'm just going to put him at number 1. He's not number 1. We're here.
I'm not saying that though. I'm not saying that.
We're just calling it straight. This ain't the channel where we're doing biases. That's the case. That's not the channel here.
Yeah, but LadyChann, I'm not saying that at all though. I'm saying that he is number 1. He is number 1 ranked in the WBO. So is that a problem?
Okay, so that's one sanctioning body because he beat. Do you think Michael Mickelson beats Bud Crawford?
No.
So, but he's number 1 in the WBO. Bud is number 1. Bud's the champion in the WBO.
Do I think that Michael Mickelson? Sorry, Michael. Yes. Do I think that Michael Mickelson beats Conor Benn? Yes.
Michael Mickelson beat Bud.
No.
Does he beat Spence?
No.
Does he beat Keith Thurman?
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
God, no.
Yes. Easy. Oi.
Come on.
Do you know what, yeah? In fact,
that's your bias, bro. That's your bias showing. That's your bias showing.
We got to mute you just for that disrespect.
My man said he beats Keith Thurman. I can't believe he said that.
That's your bias. That's his bias showing. That's his bias
you're going crazy now. This ain't the time for bias. We're not doing it. We're keeping it real to the audience.
I don't even think Mickelson could beat Barrios.
Michael Mickelson don't even think he's top 10. How about that? Yeah.
I don't even think he beat Barrios.
Pimp, Mario Barrios. All right, Pimp, does he beat Mario Barrios? Pimp, unmute yourself.
Is he there? Oh, I think we heard his feelings.
Hey, you got to unmute yourself, champ.
Pimp.
Yo, you there?
Pimp.
Yo, hello.
Does Michael Mickelson beat Mario Barrios?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So you don't think that. So you sound 100% sure that he beats Keith Thurman, but you think he could beat Mario Barrios?
I think that he could quite easily dispatch. Well, not dispatch Barrios. We're about fuck. Why crazy? Why crazy?
You're crazy.
Why? He's a beautiful boxer. Have you seen the way he moves?
He's biased, bro.
You said he's biased.
The Southpaw, he's at domestic, like he's not. I wouldn't say domestic. I would say.
He tried to fight Virgil Ortiz Jr.
I know they was.
Was he the one that dropped out? Was he the one that dropped out? No. Virgil Ortiz was the one that dropped out.
Man, Ortiz would have ran. Ortiz would have ran his ass over.
Yeah, but we've never seen it, have we?
Let Chan speak.
And when he was announced to fight Virgil Ortiz, Virgil Ortiz said even what I said. He's a tune-up.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, nice one. Well, that's what lots of fighters said, and they still got slapped, didn't they? That's what Dillian White said.
Has no power.
Well, that's what Dillian White said against. That's what Dillian White said against Povetkin. That's what Dillian White. That's what Dillian White said against.
I have to mute you. I can't do it.
I mean, like, he just said he was biased in favor of McKinson.
Yeah, I'm
so
not
that explains
Oi, listen, tell me, come on, because I will shut up.
You're not.
Maybe he's just giving us.
That's not fair.
It is fair. It is fair because you're shouting.
Well, I'm not though, am I?
Say your point and hurry up.
My point is, Dillian White said against Povetkin. I'm gonna.
You've gone to another section. We're not talking about Dillian White. We're talking about Michael Mickelson. We're talking about Bud Spence. We're talking about welterweights, and you've gone on to Dillian White. Come on, Pimp. Do better than that. We're not talking about Dillian White. Look what the title of the show's called. Look what the title of the show's called.
Hey, Pimp, you can't give some hometown cooking.
Well, okay. Here's the point then. So Michael Mickelson, when he fought Chris Congo, all they said was Chris Congo is going to spark him.
He beat the brakes off him. Chris Congo's nothing but domestic level as well. So what's your point?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Chris
the best
Congo,
guy.
Chris Congo isn't even in the top 30 of welterweights.
Okay. Well, name me one fighter that Crawford has beat in the World 10.
Right, now you're definitely muted, and if you
okay, bro, come on, man, seriously, like with Sean Porter,
for the disrespect.
He had a bit trolling.
You got to wait backstage, yeah.
Wow,
he had a bit trolling for that one.
He didn't just say
that.
Pip,
you got to wait there for a minute. You're being silly now.
I mean, well, Sean Porter was in the top 10 when he fought him, was he not? And he beat him.
You can unmute. We can't hear you, Pimp. I can see you. You only I've put you backstage until you calm down. Talking about his Crawford.
I tell you what,
top 10. I mean, are you serious?
He got some passion for his hometown.
He really does.
And you can root for your hometown, geezer. Like, we all can root, but we tell the truth. Like, if I was from Texas, I would obviously root for Spence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean I think Spence beats everybody in the welterweight division. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would, if he did, I'd be fair. I like Anthony Joshua. I see the pros and the cons. My favorite fighters are Anthony Joshua and Bud Crawford. But there's no way that you're going to be able to say that Bud Crawford and you're mixing his name with McKinson. No way. You can't question Bud's position.
You can't
question Spence's position. You can't question Ortiz and Boots. They will bruck up Michael McKinson. No disrespect. Michael McKinson is a tricky southpaw, but boring as fuck to watch.
Chan, I use this analogy all the time as comparison. Like, let's just say, like, I had a friend, right, who's a pro boxer, right? Mm-hmm. And he landed a fight against, like, Canelo Alvarez. Like, I'm gonna support him in, like, every step of the way. But guess what? Guess what I'm putting my money on?
Canelo Alvarez.
Thank you.
Exactly. Are you gonna have some sense now that
he gonna be like, yo, you got this, man. You could beat Canelo, and then behind his back,
that's right.
You'll drop a bag on Canelo.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, then, like, when he loses, then when he gets knocked out, he'll be like, hey, bro, don't worry about it. We made a killing tonight, bro.
Yeah, you can't question Bud Crawford. We talked about Mickinson, and you just went on about.
So when he gets knocked out, you're gonna be like, yo, man, don't worry about it. You got bread.
Exactly.
You got. You can't.
Do you know what? Okay. Fair enough. I understand what you're saying. Fair enough. Right. I understand And my God, like there's not many fighters that I can like watch and go, right, okay, but they're my guy. But okay, I got a bit carried away with all of that.
Yeah, Michael McKinson's your guy. I get it. He's from where you're from. Get it. You root him all the way. But we can't allow bias to override sense and
to overcloud our minds.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
We can't.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And you know what? I will actually apologise for that. So I am sorry. So
it's all good, bro. You're forgiven. It's all good. It's all good. It's all love around here.
I appreciate the apology. It's all good.
You're the first one to actually do that. You're the first one to actually do that.
Yeah, some people wouldn't apologize. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just had to put you in timeout just until you just was like,
calm
down, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, we all root. I used to be on the Boxing Voice, always singing at the rooftops for Michael Mickinson for certain fighters. So I root for Michael Mickinson. I always, and they used to say, "Oh, you're always bringing up Michael Mickinson," and I'd be like, "Yeah, because he's a good boxer." So I knew where to place him out of good boxers because he can box the socks out of certain people. But he's just not for me.
Well, yeah, but it's not even that though. It's more like I've seen the fighter that I can identify with, right?
Yeah.
And that I can enjoy, and that I'm trying to get behind. Okay, I'm trying to, but I'm trying to, you know.
Yeah, you can get behind him. If we was doing a list that it was top 10 welterweights out that were just pugilists, boxers, Michael Mickinson would be in there. But we're doing, you know, top 10 worldwide welterweights that can also bang.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like
100%.
Yeah. But if it was top 10 welters that could just box, he would be in there.
I gotta look at who he's fought too.
No one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, Chris Congo is a banger, surely.
Congo's no one.
Chris Congo is like he's like the same level as McKinson.
No, he's lower.
Oh, yeah, you're probably the same or lower. Yeah, one of those two. Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm not putting McKinson above Crawley. I'm not putting him above.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I'm not putting him above Butayev.
No, he's not. He's not.
What about Marku Ben?
Chris Congo is in the same level as. No, he's not.
I think Chris Congo. What about
He's better than Florian. Marku's really good and got good power, but they just haven't fought no one yet. Like to that, like you know what I'm saying. But Marku and your guy,
Ben.
I guess,
Ben,
maybe, yeah, no, not Ben. Ben's my guy. Marku and your guy McKinson.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even put them. I don't know. Marku's not in top 20 welterweights. Come on.
To be fair, like Ryan Charlton almost spots out Marku.
I'm not putting McKinson above Rocha.
Nope.
He just beat the shit out of Blair. He just beat the shit out of
Rocha.
Yeah, you just saw what he did to Blair Cobbs.
100%. 100%.
So you can't put Florian Marku above them man and McKinson above them man. They're a bit lower in the rank. McKinson's probably. Like I said, he's top 20, but maybe at the lower end. Like you may see McKinson at somewhere and like
what about McKinson against Rocha? Surely that's a good one.
Which one?
He can fight Rocha. I think Rocha beat the shit out of him.
Rocha. I don't know him. Tell me about him. What's
Rocha. Oh, come on, Shan. Rocha.
No, Chan, Alexis Rocha, he just beat the shit out of Blair Cobbs.
Oh, that beat him.
That one, yeah.
What, so you would put him above the no.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying put them together. Yeah, I'm saying McKinson against Rocha. That's a fight, though. Surely that's a quality eliminator.
But this is what I'm saying. McKinson's probably better than.
See.
Maybe the same. Same bracket. But
there you go then.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, but where I put my card,
you know who I could put at number 10? You know I could put at number 10? We forgot about Rashidi Ellis.
Oh yes, he beat Alexis Rocha.
He beat Rocha.
Yeah, he beat Rocha in a fight right before that.
And actually, I'll put Rashidi Ellis even above Mean Machine.
Well, yeah, but who cares though? Because Rocha beat Cobbs, so Rocha has been almost elevated to the next level. Rocha,
Rashidi beat Rocha before that though.
Rocha versus McKinson, eliminator for the title.
You're gonna put Rashidi Ellis above Mean Machine.
I mean, I would personally, but we can put him at number 10. That's cool. We put him at number 10 because he's been shelved, so he's been inactive.
You know what I'm gonna do? Because he's been shelved, I'm gonna give him shared with number 10. He's gonna share number 10 with Ben until we see one of them.
That's fine.
Step up.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and then
he actually just signed for the PB.
Ben will go to
11.
Yeah, Ben will go to 11, and Rashidi will go to 10. Stay at 10, and if
what about Mickelson? Sorry.
Mickelson is not in the fucking.
Sorry. Yeah, I like it. He's my boy, isn't he? I've got.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Shouts out to Mickelson. I would interview him and everything, and I would tell him, I like him.
Mickelson for president.
I would for prime minister. Yeah. I like him, but I like the dude, but
I like McKinson too. I mean, but just until I can't. Yeah, I
he's
can't
a bit boring. Though. I can't watch a lot of his interviews. I watched for about 5 minutes.
Look at Slim Reaper's comment.
25th spot for McKinson.
Ouch.
Oh, behave, mate. Mate, listen, I'll slap the face off you. You donut.
Slim Reaper, 25. Oh God! No.
But no, LadyChann.
About 18.
Oh, come on.
I'd have to really think about it because it's blurry once it goes past.
Well, he's free in WBO, so that surely means something, right?
C-level fighters. I don't really, because Blair Cobbs and them man they're C-level. They're C-level fighters. So I'd have to delve into the C-level fighters to see where I'm going from, from 15 to 20.
Well, okay. So let's give a hypothetical, right? So let's say, for example, Michael Mickelson did get his fight against Virgil Ortiz Jr. And let's say he beat him. Yeah, wait. Let's say he did beat him on points, okay? Let's say he outboxed him for the whole 12 rounds. You shake your head, yeah? But where would you put him? Where would you put him?
I'd put him where Ortiz was. So I'd have to say my man is the number 6 in this business because Ortiz is at number 6.
I mean, because even though like Ortiz, like even though if he outboxes Ortiz, he looks boring, but he does officially beat him. Then we got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, I'll put him up. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. If you know about Virgil,
getting knocked out.
AJ, not you, AJ. Him. If you know anything about Virgil Ortiz, I could tell you his pros and cons. He goes forward, he's got power, and he bangs. He's defensively irresponsible, but he won't care because Mickelson ain't got no power. So there's nothing to respect. He'll cut off the ring. He'll never be able to outbox.
And he's a big 147 pounder
and he's
too.
Big at 147. Really, he should be.
And if you know anything about Michael Mickelson, he doesn't get punched. He's got a good defense. He can slip and slide, and he can jab and move, and he can box.
Yo, Pimp,
a boxer. Yeah, listen. A boxer can always defeat fighter.
No, not always.
That's the rule.
Pimp, wait, Chan, Pimp, you could hype this guy up till the cows come home. You could howl at the moon saying he could box.
Yeah, fucking right.
Until he actually gets in there and fights somebody and beats him, it's all hot air.
Yeah.
I tell you what was going to happen when he got fought.
Hey, one thing I will say this, Pimp. One thing I'll say, Pimp.
Let LadyChann talk.
No, go ahead, Bold. Because everyone's watching you.
Hey, Pimp, I will say this though. You done campaign enough for him, so now everybody gonna start watching him because you done campaign for that guy for so much.
I am. I'm gonna keep an eye on him for sure.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him now that you campaign for him.
Bro, you'll fall asleep. Watch it at night if you've got insomnia.
Hey, yo, Chan, Chan, wait, hold on, Chan. You know what McKinson is? He's the Frankie Sanchez of the welterweights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not. It's just, bro.
But do you know what? We'll all be laughing when he outboxes a top 3 in any of the divisions.
If he thinks that Virgil Ortiz, one of the top fucking, would lose to Michael Mickinson, you're fucking crazy. You're mad.
Well,
and if Virgil, you're mad. You're mad. You need to watch. I don't think you know who Virgil Ortiz is, how he fights. I don't think you know. Because if you knew that, you would.
Did you see his last fight? He got wobbled about 20 times, you fucking donut. He literally got wobbled about 20 times.
Who, Ortiz?
Yeah.
He beat the
against
shit
that Russian geezer. Against that white Eastern European geezer.
You're high. This show is closing. You're high, and you've got to be high. You've got to be high.
Bro, he beat the shit out of Game Machine, bro.
Yeah, we've got to come back another day for this. We've got on Wednesday. I am absolutely closing the show because this is a headache.
Okay.
On Wednesday, we will have
Hassan Rockman.
Hassan Rockman back.
Oh, he's back. Nice, he's back.
To talk about he was on last week and he said he coming back. I spoke to him a couple of days ago. He's coming back.
Shan, you got to give him some shit.
About what happened at Spence and Ugas.
You got to give him some shit too, because remember.
No, but he told me, he was like, I was right. He was right. He said,
you got to give him shit because remember he picked Sean Porter to beat Bud.
Yes, he did. I remember that.
And now just the other day, he's saying he's gonna pick Spence to beat Bud. So you just gotta give him some shit.
Get at him, Chan. Get at him.
Well, then come to the live.
I'll be there. I'll be watching.
To beat Bud, but he did say that Spence stops Ugas in 10 or 11. And did Spence stop him? 10, innit?
10. Yeah, after 10.
Yeah.
He was spot on.
Yeah, he was spot on. He was super spot on. But if he said Sean Porter to beat Buddy, he did exactly so. We'll be pulling him up on that. But yeah, we'll chop it up and he's got, he was with all the rest of the legends. He was with Riddick Bowe and Michael Mora, Mercer,
Christy Martin. Yeah, she was there. They was all there with the legends. Yeah, it was nice to see. It was nice
like
to
some
see.
convention or something?
Well, that was at the Spence Ugas.
They all went. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
so they was all there. And they was just all hanging out.
They was they said the tickets are $35. Okay.
It was only $35. Yeah, it was. I checked. There was only 35 quid, mate. Yeah. So
I could have looked at that shit, man.
But yeah, you could have just took a little plane ride, cheap plane ticket, little nice, decent little motel because you're not really going to be there. I'm actually going to be at the fucking fight and all of that for the day from the undercard hanging out.
I'll tell you this, but if Spence versus Crawford is announced, I think I'm gonna go to that fight. That's the fight I got to go to.
I would like to go because they'll do plane bundles and fight bundles, and if that's at the end of the year or something, I would like to go to that as well.
What about White Fury?
Ain't going to Michael Mickinson fight. Ain't going.
No. Wait, Chan, what about White Fury? Because
I tried to get to. I've explained that I tried to every way, shape, form. I tried press. I tried to get in a hotel.
Yeah, but you know the whole
But I'm going. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm just gonna. I couldn't get a ticket, and Dillian White only got 4 tickets. How do you think I could get tickets?
I was just about to say that. That's disgusting, by the way. How can you only get 6 tickets for a 90,000 stadium? What the fuck is that all about?
So who the fuck am I if the fighter can't even get fucking tickets?
They're trying to charge us pay-per-view for that fight.
Huh?
They trying to charge us pay-per-view.
It's cheap, £25.
No, for y'all.
Talk for us. For us in the US.
Oh yeah. $60 or $69.
Right? Like if you're in a fight, right? If you're headlining an arena, you get 200 to 300 free tickets that you can spread out to your local gyms, to the local kids, and to the local areas. This is a 94,000 seater stadium, right? And you got given 6 tickets.
No, they clarified it was 4. They clarified it was 4.
Oh, was it 4? Was it? Oh no. Well, there you go. It's fucking disgusting. And then people wonder why Dillian didn't show up to the first presser.
Yeah,
Well, there you go then.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, so I won't be at that fight, but I'll be, like I said, I'll be meeting Kenny. I'll be around the fight, like, but yeah, just for a bit.
Well, I hope so, because I would love to see some videos of you and Dillian and all the boys.
I don't know if I don't know if I'll catch Dillian.
Chan, you know, it'd be awesome. I know you
won't
talked
be
about
hanging
this in the
out
past.
until Dillian gets in the venue. They usually so the main event would be 10 o'clock. Dillian probably will show up at maybe what 7, 8, 7. When I don't think I'll be there. I need to be back home because it's going to be loads of traffic.
Well, no, like Dillian will get in the stadium around 9:30. He'll be in the ring about half.
Nah,
about 11, half 11.
9:30. Won't be that late, 9:30. No. He'll have to be there about 8:30.
Yeah.
By the way,
Chan,
real quick, Chan, I know we talked about this in the past, but could you reach out to Dillian to try to get an interview?
I haven't reached out to him, you know. And the thing is, I've interviewed everyone in his team. I've invited his trainer Xavier Miller. I've interviewed his brother Dean White. I've interviewed Yusuf Kamari, who he manages. I've interviewed Fabio Wardley, who he manages. Everyone but him. Wow. He's quite fun. I got told he's particular, like he's a bit funny. He really likes. If you've seen, you don't see Dillian White on everyone's thing. So you see Dillian White on Klugan Cassius, IFL. You used to see him on Sporting Icons, but you don't really anymore. Dean was on there. Was Dill on there? No, it was Dean. Dean was on there. Yeah, you don't see Dillian on Sporting Icons anymore. That's about it. Most of the times when you see him, it's on IFL. Obviously, if he's doing the promo, you'll see him on like BT Sport, like you've seen him. But when it comes to him picking where he wants to go, it seems to be only literally one or two, and I'm not one of them at the moment. So I've tried. I tried ages ago, and with his team, and they was like, Dillian, you know, does all the press that he wants to do. So maybe he'll change his mind at some point. But all his team's been here, you know. So yeah. Shouts out to Team White though. Shouts out to Fabio Wardley. Shouts out to Yusuf Kamari. Shouts out to Xavier Miller in the building. Yeah, I've had them all. Shouts out to them though. They got a job to do, and you know, maybe if I catch them floating about, maybe. But I mean, I'm going to get some crowd interaction and the ambiance. Oh, have you gone, Pimp? Pimp, yeah. I think Pimp was waved. I think he was wavy. He was waved off, mate. I think he drank too much or something, didn't ya? He smoked a little reefer.
Well, I mean, like, geez, I mean, kind of reminds me of how intense the Spence fans are.
Yeah, I know, because I didn't know.
PBC fans.
I didn't know McKinson's had fans, but I realised he's from Portsmouth, so we've got the Mickinettes. The Mickinettes are the fanboys. That was deep. I bury one set of fanboys and 4 more rise above, don't they?
I tell you what, I'm surprised the Spence fans haven't come over here yet. Because
because of the time. Because some of them know, but do you know why they're pussy? Because they as soon as the show's done and whatever, and I do news reports about Spence, they're all in my comment section. But on the lives, yeah, he does.
Oh, the quietest church mice. They don't want to come on.
They're quiet as church mouse.
I've been debating these Spence fanatics all weekend. I go in there, they celebrating like they won a Super Bowl. I'm sitting up there like,
I've been told I'm a hater in my comments. When I did the Spence, you know, oh, this is what happened, and I gave like good credit to Spence, and as well in it, and they were like, "You're a hater." I got it. You're a hater. Well, you're a hater. Like, and I'm like, if I'm a hater, thank you for your viewership because you just contributed to the hate by watching this. But thank you.
I mean, like, see, the thing about with me is like, I mean, if the fight happens and Spence does beat Bud, if he actually, I don't think he will, but if he does. Like, I'm gonna give him his flowers.
Me too.
He gets props.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna give him his flowers for sure. But right now, as it stands, to me, Bud is the best welterweight in the world, and I don't put Spence on. I first did put Spence on my pound for pound list. Then I realized, no, Shan, he's only been at 147 his whole career. So for me, I can't put someone on my pound for pound list if they haven't moved multiple weights and been a champion.
Yeah, I don't do that either. I mean, like if they just stay with weight, like doesn't matter if they're unified champion. You don't get on the pound for pound list. That's what I don't think. You have to move up several weights to
Yes, that's the whole definition. And just because, just say for instance, Ortiz beats Spence. No, Ortiz beats Bud. I'd say Ortiz is he's the number one welterweight, but he ain't number one pound for pound. You don't take the pound for pound accolade because you still just stayed in the same weight category. So just because Bud was pound for pound, if you beat a pound for pounder, for me, that doesn't put you as a pound for pounder. Unless you are a pound for pounder anyway, for the reasons what we said. But I don't do that. Oh, because you're a pound for... So everyone put Teofimo Lopez on their pound for pound list because he beat Lomachenko. He's not pound for pound. He was a champ at 35. If he's a champ at 40, where he's moved up, if he moved up he's moved up at 40 and becomes a champ, then I could put him on the pound for pound list.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, just because you could make the argument, but to me it sticks out. Like just because you beat a pound for pound fighter, that doesn't necessarily mean you become one yourself. You got to move up weights to do that.
Yeah,
but I mean, at the end of the day, it's all
libra for libra, pound for pound.
Now it's all subjective at the end of the day, though. I mean, if you really think about it, because you got to think like if it transcends, like what if this person fought at this, like if this person fought at heavyweight, that skill set, if they had that same skill set, how would it?
No, that doesn't work for me. That's too. That could be, coulda, shoulda. That's not
that could mean both. You're both like that. That could mean like Crawford or Canelo could go all the way up to heavyweight and do the same thing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that they could.
Yeah,
exactly. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that they could. There's too many contributing factors that like once they move up to heavyweight, how do we know they can do the same shit? How do we know that they'd still be?
No, they saying like if they had that skill set at heavyweight, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but
weight and everything.
But you wouldn't probably have that skill set at heavyweight. There's only a couple of anomalies that you could say did. Roy Jones Jr. You know, like you can't say, oh, because Bud is like this now. There's cats that go up one weight class and lose their best attributes. Because they've put on weight and they've
I mean, because CHANN, there's like a ceiling for everybody. It's like skill could only get you so far. It only gets you so far. Like Lomachenko has said several times, you can't go to 140. He's too big. He's like too small for 135. That's what he's been saying.
Yeah. I couldn't say Lomachenko how he fights Matrix, he'd be like the best heavyweight in the world, and that's why he's on pound for pound. No, he is on my pound for pound because he's been a champion in 2 weight classes.
Three.
He'd be on my pound for pound for sure. Do you understand? That's for me. It's called pound for pound. Heavyweight.
Yeah, but to me, I always look at it like who you fought to. I mean, you can't just move up and weight and beat a bunch of tomato cans and be like, yo, I'm pound for pound.
No, if you're a champion.
If you're a champion, you can make that claim.
I'm not talking about just you move up in weight. If you're a champion.
I mean, if you move up in weight and become a champion in that weight class, then that means
that's what pound for pound definition is. Yeah, you've moved up in weight. So Bud Crawford is two-time lineal,
2-time Ring
one
magazine,
ring, undisputed, undefeated. So no, Canelo isn't my number 1 pound for pound anymore. He's been beat. Bud is. Canelo's number 2 for me, and then it's Alexander Usyk for me.
I'll tell you what, Canelo
and then
too.
Anyway.
Canelo has some controversial wins too.
He does. He's got favoritism on the scorecards. He has in a lot of his fights.
Like even against Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather basically
they had it a draw. One of them
and they had it a draw.
Like, are you serious? Like, wow.
One of them had it a draw. But nonetheless, he's on my pound for pound list.
Yeah.
Honestly,
if he beats Spence and becomes undisputed at welterweight, he's number 1. He's number 1. Number
Clean.
1, bar none, hands down.
He's ATG.
ATG, because like he'll be the first one to become undisputed in 2 weights in the 4-belt era.
He's in the 4-belt era.
4-belt era, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you know the crazy part about it too? he's doing it without the backing of like money and everything.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And oh my God, guys, I was watching. Well, I wasn't watching. I was sleeping, and then I woke up, and just click on your phone, and I saw them lot on ringside, and I heard the most shocking talk, because shouts out to Beeb, but they're pro Tyson Fury channel, right? So
what were they saying?
They was on there saying that Dillian White is like, he's got the same style as Derek Chisora, but Derek Chisora is a very technical boxer.
Nah, bollocks. What? Bollocks.
Wow.
Absolute bollocks.
Okay. Wait, let me clean that up right now. Derek
How funny is that one?
You can say Dillian is a boxer puncher who applies pressure at times.
You can't say that. They was like, nah, but actually Derek Chisora is a very technical boxer. So because they was trying to big up Derek Chisora because Tyson Fury beat him twice. Do you get what I'm saying? So they was like, yeah
so did Dillian White.
Derek Chisora only throws overhand rights.
Chan, so did Dillian White. Dillian White beat him twice and knocked him out in the second fight.
We know. Derek, when have you seen Derek Chisora as a technical boxer?
I can't recall.
No disrespect to Chisora, because I'd love to have a little chop up with you, but I have to tell the truth, and the truth it is. Derek Chisora is come forward, bother him, weave, throw hooks, overhand rights, right here. He's a brawler. He's messy. I've never seen Derek Chisora jab ever.
Yeah, Derek Chisora is the quintessential gatekeeper. If you're gonna describe a gatekeeper, the first boxer that comes to your mind is Derek Chisora. Okay,
yeah,
and rightly so. And exactly, and rightly so. Yeah.
And he's hard work, but he
exactly.
You never say, oh, he's a technical boxer. I was like,
no.
You need to come better than that, because I know your boxing. I'm not
being funny. Yeah. Did Anthony Joshua? Sorry. Did Derek Chisora have a harder fight against Anthony Joshua or Joseph Parker?
Derek Chisora never fought Joshua. That was Takam. Remember?
Yeah, Derek Chisora never fought no Joshua.
No, he never fought Joshua. Isn't
that his stable?
Oh no. Wait, sorry. Did the tougher fight Derek Chisora, Usyk, or shit?
I can't understand you. Yeah, we're wrapping up. You've got to come back. I don't know what you've been doing over there, but I know you couldn't find the link. I put it in, but I am wrapping up anyway, and I will be back, like I said, with Hasim Rahman on Wednesday. And
Chan will let you go. It's probably late over there, so we'll let you go.
Yeah, it is. It's like 2 a.m. guys. Yeah.
But
wow. It's 2 a.m. for me, and
you must work from home, LadyChann.
Yeah, my job. I'm an artist. So I can do kind of what I want. I've had a lot of time off of being an artist, but I go into the studio.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm quite lucky. I'm an engineer, so I've always
been self-employed, and now I've taken on this. So yeah, I do what I want.
I used to be an artist too.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. I think you told me you rapped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to tour all the way around the world, though. Like, it was my proper job. Like, that's my proper job. Like, I've been around the world, every country near enough, bar Africa is the only continent that I haven't been. Other than that, I've been everywhere. So yeah,
why not? Why not? Why not, Sean? I've not been to Africa.
I haven't been booked in Africa. Simply that. I haven't had a booking.
Like, have you ever been to Africa at all?
No.
Oh wow.
No, I haven't been to Africa.
I haven't. I had so many chances. I was in Gibraltar. I was going to take the ferry to Morocco, but they shut down the ferry at the time.
Yeah, that's close to Africa. Gibraltar. I think they own it or something like that.
Yeah, but do you know what though? Right? Like,
I've been everywhere else though, near enough.
Yeah, like I'm not being funny, right? But as a human, but also as a white person, I would love to go to fucking Africa.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're white. You go out. You go anywhere. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but could you imagine though, like as a white geezer just rocking up in fucking Ethiopia or something? Like, am I going to get rinsed or what? Like,
then welcome to our world. Well, welcome to our world. So how come it's all right when it's only the black person that ranks white people? Yeah, welcome to our world then.
It's white people everywhere.
Yeah, there's white people everywhere, and we have to be in as we're deemed as the minority, you know. So
is that how it feels? Yeah.
So you go somewhere where we're called ethnic minorities. We are. That's what we're deemed as.
Yeah, but you're not ethnic minorities, though, are you? You're actually the ethnic majorities.
Yeah, we are. This is what they deem us to be. So for you just to be the minority to go to Ethiopia, it's nothing wrong. You go, innit? No, you won't get rinsed. They'll love you.
Yeah, because I've seen videos though, like white people walking around the streets and they get stared at.
People in Africa are welcoming to all. It's the other way round where it's not. You get told to go back to Africa, even though
you're saying that people from like minority ethnicities are not welcome in Western society.
We are welcoming. That's what I'm saying. We are very welcoming people, but what I'm saying is it's not given back to us. It's not, I'm afraid. It's not given back to us. I could tell you the amount of times I've been told go back to your own country and go back to Africa.
Let me give you guys an example. Let me give you guys.
Do you know what? That's fucking disgusting.
Let me give you an example of blatant racism. I'll tell you a story. Like I used to work as a security guard, right, years ago.
Yeah.
I'm in my uniform, going home. I'm about to go home for the day. I get off like just in the morning, about to go home. I see this employee who works for the company in the building that I do security for. I tell her, "Good morning." She stared at me. She literally stared at me like I was literally about to rob her or assault her or something like that. Like I insulted her.
Watch her shit.
And I'm in my uniform. I'm in my security uniform.
Yeah, she just didn't even bother. Yeah, I know. Welcome to our world.
It was a white lady. I'm like, that was a problem. Shit, all I did was say good morning.
All I said is morning. Yeah, don't have a cow, love. Yeah, no, it happens. So no, if you won't, it's Pimp, if you go to Ethiopia, my friend goes there every year actually, saying that.
No, I'm not saying that I'm going to go to Ethiopia. I'm just saying like
you should go. No,
what I'm saying is what is the dynamic as a white person? Don't think
what you see on the TV, everybody's dying of a famine. There's very nice fucking hotels in Ethiopia.
I'm not saying that though, am I? LadyChann, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, go and have a holiday. There's lots of white people in Ethiopia. There's lots of vacationists. A lot of white people go to Ethiopia. I got a friend that's white. She always goes.
I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of friends in Africa, like in different countries. Like my ex-wife is from Nigeria.
From Nigeria, see, and my friend's dad. She's mixed race. She's her dad's white. He lives in Ethiopia, and he's blonde hair, blue eyed. Every year she's there.
Nah, do you know what? I'm not being funny, but because I've got quite blonde hair and. Yeah, I'm not being funny, but I do have blue eyes.
Dad's got blonde hair and blue eyes. He's lived in Ethiopia and Tanzania for between the two of them for like 30 years. Yeah, I always see the pictures. Wow. Fine, and then he comes over to the UK.
That's like me. I have a lot of friends from Africa. Just by I was in the military anyway. So
he was in the military, so you mixed it up and chopped it up. Yeah.
And you got like a lot of people, in the military in America, they be coming from different countries, and somebody.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So you meet everyone. Will, man, you late in the building. What are you gonna do to keep me here? Tell me, because otherwise I'm going.
Chan, we just want to see Chan. We just want to see your pretty face. Chan, we just want to see your pretty face.
Got to pay for it, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Send some super chats. I'll send one. I'll send one. Keep you on.
Do the damn thing. Keeping the lights on.
Chad gonna fall asleep on.
Nah, but Chad, if you gotta go, you gotta go. It's cool.
Lights on ain't free. That's what I always tell people. It's not free. Sometimes donations are much welcome.
Does ERROL Spence beat Terence Crawford? Yes.
Same way that you subscribe and you get, you subscribe to the Zone and that, and I give you content. My fellow other content creators, we give you content.
Wait, Pimp. Wait. I'm sorry, Chan. Wait.
We pay for cameras. We pay for, if you look into my living room is no longer my living room. It's now a control center.
Yeah, but you know what though?
Right here.
I'm not being funny. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry to interrupt all of y'all.
No, you're not.
I honestly believe that Conor Benn slaps the life out of all of them. Sorry, that's my opinion. Conor Benn, Royal Britannia, he's the geezer. Have you seen our quickies, by the way?
All right, right. Thank you, Bold, for coming through. Like the motherfucking woo. Thank you, Sniper, for coming through. AJ all day. Mwah. Thank you, Coach Malachi. I think he came through for a bit. Who else was on the panel with us?
Wait, Chen, just before you go, just before you go, just before you go, Bold, you got a Twitter account? I just want to ask Bold, you got a Twitter?
Nah, I don't even have Twitter.
Okay, for sure. Okay, continue, my bad.
I need to start one though, to be honest.
Yeah, you should.
You should. Chop it up with us.
What have you got?
Oh yeah, y'all be chatting on Twitter as well.
Yeah,
always. We always chop it up.
Always, and we do scoring and we chop it up. We find out information, how to lose everything. It's fun. All of us are on there. Ring IQ.
I'm not even gonna lie. I just started what's that? Instagram. Because I've been on Facebook for so long. That's the only thing I've been dealing with. You know?
can see at the bottom where it says my Instagram and Twitter at LadyChann. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LadyChann. Please go and buy my merch, Dundem Season merch, www.dundemseason.com. There's understated stuff and loud stuff. So let me read out Will the Degenerate Boxing Fan Lynch. One of the prettiest women I ever seen was a black woman with blue eyes. But the twist is she was 56 and looked in her mid-20s.
Black don't crack. Black don't crack.
Black don't crack. Go with it, man. You should have ran towards. I hope you ran towards and didn't run away. 56 or not, she sound hot. It's not about the age. It's what about the package looks like. If the package doesn't look like it's reached its sell-by date, keep going.
Boom.
Innit? Fuck now, 56 and she looked in her 20s. She better sell her sweat, put it in a bottle and sell it because we need that elixir. If she's 56 and looks in her 20s, fuck you know. What did you say, Will Lynch? This is the follow-up. He said, I was in jail at the time working on a work pass. Shit. Oh well. You should have still
by the way, Pep, did you say that Spence beats Crawford?
No, that's right. Yeah.
You said Spence beats Crawford?
He says,
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Did you? You said Spence beats Crawford.
I thought he said Crawford beats Spence.
Yeah.
Me too.
Nope.
Go ahead, talk.
Oh,
Tell
boy.
me.
Spence
beats
Crawford.
Here we go.
Oh boy, why? Tell us why.
Spence is quicker. He's sharper. He's proven that against you guys.
Bro, you trolling. You trolling, bro. You trolling.
He's no. Look, listen. I was the first to say that I thought that Spence was going to lose against you guys because the inactivity, the car accident, etc. But then after seeing his performance against you guys, all of a sudden I'm a believer. So I believe that. Spence. Go on.
Did you see Bud stop Porter?
Yeah.
So you're amazed.
Pimp. Well, Pimp, here's my retort. Bud ain't Ugas, buddy. He and Ugas ain't Bud, my friend.
Well, look, listen. Don't worry about it then. My prediction is Spence will beat Crawford, right? Listen. Will this fight ever happen? We don't know. Okay. If this fight happens, we can have this conversation at a different time. That's my prediction.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Well, there you go then.
I'll tell you what. When Bud stops,
all right then, you fucking donut. Well, why?
He's gonna talk about
you got to be removed. Yeah, you're not.
Did he call me a donut? Did he just call me a fucking donut?
That's why I removed
it. What the fuck? Well, that wasn't necessary.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. That's why. Yeah, I've removed. That's as soon as you said that, I removed.
Donut?
Yeah, you.
I didn't insult that man. That was wrong with him.
No, I know. He's not. He's inebriated. It has to be that. because he started off
yeah. All right.
and then he
For
just
sure.
went, and it's not happening. But guys, you guys have been amazing.
You've been amazing, Chan. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he's gone. I made if I feel in the mood, I may do an impromptu live tomorrow as well.
Oh yeah, you do them there. You do them there for sure.
Yeah, I like to sometimes do them in the day for my UK compadres. So, sometimes I know AJ comes through like, an afternoon here and a morning for the States. So if you're about, I do tend to get a lot of views like that actually, which is, I don't think a lot of people are around in the day, but they are. So Bold, AJ, all day, AJ, all day, AJ, all day, AJ, all day, my guy. AJ, you are the best. You the best.
You the best.
And we are working on
You the best.
We are working on a Patreon and a Discord, and it AJ. So there's stuff that has to be sorted out.
So Shan, I'm gonna follow you on the Instagram,
on Twitter, or Instagram. Yeah, at LadyChann.
But it's gonna be my real name. So I just send you a message.
It doesn't matter.
I just send you a message. I send you a message to let you know who it is. Yeah.
Send me a message to let me know who it is. You know what? It'd probably be good that Bold would be in in the boxing group as well.
Yeah. Put him in there. Yeah, boy. You want to be a member of the WhatsApp group?
The WhatsApp group. We got a big WhatsApp boxing group with everyone in there as well.
Yeah, we all just chop it up as me,
We
Lisa.
get all news reports and stuff. There's loads of us in it, from Lisa Bells to Shelton, from everyone. If you want to be a part of that, I started.
I gotta download that app again.
Yeah, just download it and then drop me your number, add it, and I'll put you in the group. You see all us there.
Then we can all just chop it up with each other and just talk, chit chat. That's all.
Let you know when I'm live and when other guys are live, and Malachi and that. Everyone's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just do that.
Man,
Tell me what
be a pleasure to have you on. Be a real pleasure to have you on.
It'd be good to have you on because you're good energy. Like there's people that we had.
I follow you. I subscribe to your channel. I follow you. I watch your vids too, man.
I subscribe to your channel as well. I see your channel as well. So you may as well come on over now. Come on over. The one is fine. Download WhatsApp. Hit me up on Instagram. Tell me it's you. I'll follow you back on Instagram as well.
All right. Appreciate that.
And then you'll be able to get a lot of. I do it to help other content creators as well. So everybody can post links to old fights, to what's going on now. Anything you want to do concerning boxing, you could be like, yo, guys, what do you think about this? Do you understand? Anything. I give everyone free reign as long as they're respectful. It helps build up people's channels and you get information and stuff like that as well. So, come on over.
All right. I'll be there.
What? All right, good. You're most welcome. Anyway.
By the way, sorry. 1 second, Chan, my bad. Just one more thing. If Both didn't understand and he's got a boxing channel, like and subscribe.
Yes. Sorry, but tell them. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, tell them, Bold and Understanding, is it not?
Yeah, YouTube, Bold and Understanding.
Yeah, guys, Bold and Understanding. He has a YouTube channel. That's what it's called. If you go over there and you like it, subscribe. So I want to thank Kenny Ken. I want to thank Bold and Understanding. I want to thank AJ all day. I want to thank Pimp. I want to thank King Moore Shelton as well. I think that was all that was on. Out of us. And I want to thank everybody. Will Lynch was in the building, Mark Edwards in the building, Lisa, my sister Bales in the building, King KO, I always love your comments. You was in the building, Rolling with the Punches was in the building. There you are, Pimp. You are such a nutter, aren't you? Slim Reaper was in the building, Paul Evans was in the building, the 6 o'clock Phantom was in the building. Thunder Road, you was in the building. I know Thunder Road. I know he went a bit crazy, didn't he? I know he had to. I know. But there is love, but sometimes people just get a bit waved. He's in the building. Thank you for coming through. Everybody that came through, massively appreciated. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann rep nonetheless. Come box with Chan. Gyan. LadyChann has left the building. Gyan. LadyChann.
Fight!